Welcome, everybody. Look at that beautiful skyline. Cabo, San Lucas, Mexico, Baja, California. Absolutely beautiful. That's where the fights are happening tonight in a 10-round main event. We cannot wait to call Jimmy Smith alongside the champs, Chris Algieri, Paulie Malignaggi. And Paulie asked me before the show, have I been there? Yeah, and it's that beautiful. That's why you go. But more than just the natural beauty is the ferocity of the fighters coming out of Mexico. We know how incredible they are. And it's one of those things where, you know, you talk about all the time, Paulie, so-and-so's fighting a cab driver, so-and-so's fighting an Uber driver, fighting a guy who makes the tacos. Guess what? In Mexico, all those guys are tough when we see that tonight.
You know what? A lot of guys' records are going to get tested tonight. There's some good records going head-to-head against other records. Also, we're going to find out who's the real puncher, who's not. A lot of punching records on tonight's card as well. We're going to see if you're a real puncher or if that's been cab drivers.
That's right, but tough cab drivers. Josel Valenzuela, you just saw that name, 12-6. Out of Sinaloa, Mexico. And I did the math so you don't have to, Chris. The fights we're calling tonight, 96 wins, 9 losses. That's what we're seeing right now.
Pretty good for an entire card. We got a lot of really good matchups, a bunch of undefeated records on the line, and a bunch of punchers, too. A lot of knockouts on the docket as well.
And 6 of the 9 losses are in this fight with Valenzuela, right?
Yeah, Valenzuela has 6 of them. Right? Of our 9 losses.
Look at the build on this guy. Garcia has 404 knockouts, but those wide shoulders typically mean a real puncher. We'll see. He's got all knockout wins. We'll see if tonight, against the experienced Valenzuela, if he can get him out of there.
Man, look at the height on Valenzuela, though.
Valenzuela, very big for the weight class. One of the things we love here, this is not a regular Contender Series show. It's coming to you from Mexico. We did our prep, we did our study, but we're getting to know these fighters basically on the fly, just like you, the audience at home. So, like you said, Paulie, we'll find out how many of those knockout records are real as we begin round number 1.
Well, yes. Yeah. I tell you what, he does look the part of a puncher, right? With those wide shoulders. A lot of times those wide shoulders mean punching power. I struggle to think guys with wide shoulders that typically don't have a lot of punching power, right, champ?
Yeah, that's true. He's got that nice leverage. He's got nice long arms, too. He's not very tall, but he has a good reach. He's got good movement here as well.
Yeah, either that or the other guy, Valenzuela, is just really tall, right?
Yeah, Valenzuela looks really big. But also, the thing about Valenzuela, you know, he's the guy with the most losses on his record tonight, but he's from Sinaloa. Everybody in Sinaloa is tough.
Yeah.
Valenzuela trying to use his jab on the outside against the puncher. Garcia comes in. Garcia with incredible knockout ability, 100% knockout ratio. See a lot of that tonight. Our main event is 13 wins, all by knockout. It's going to be a theme tonight. A lot of punchers.
Garcia's with a
good right hand from Garcia.
Yeah, Garcia's with a good knockout record. But, you know, this is why you wind up matching a guy like this with a guy with the experience of Valenzuela. You know, Valenzuela with 12-6 record, you know, 18 fights in just your 5th pro fight. Maybe they want Garcia to get some rounds and test him a little bit.
Yeah, Valenzuela, you know, we talk about how tall he is. He's giving up the height immediately. He doesn't fight a tall fighter style. And that's why Garcia has been able to catch him so often, especially with those right hands, body shots. Really, everything's landing.
It's one thing. He's a Mexican fighter. He's fighting Mexican tonight. As you said, Chris, taking away his range to go in and throw big punches.
Like the champ said, Valenzuela takes away his own range.
Yeah, it's not even so much his range is being taken away. He's just completely giving it up.
He falls in again there.
Good body shot there.
As we know, that Mexican style, plenty of body, but nice uppercut on the inside. And when we're doing our study, personally, getting ready for this card tonight, man, a lot of porous defenses tonight. A lot of these fighters would rather they'd take one to give one.
Yeah, well, they believe in their power, I guess. This is Garcia, and that's why you have to sort of test a guy like Garcia, right? He's getting a lot of knockouts, but if he's got a leaky defense, you know, he's got to learn to fix that, because maybe if his power is not as real as his record looks right now, he's going to have to fix that if he's going to keep going up the ladder. You know, so ultra power can maybe make up for some of the deficiencies, but if you guys do go up in a level of competition, your power starts to diminish, then you got to fix some of the other stuff. It's all the more important to fix some of the other stuff, like a leaky defense.
His offense is looking very nice right now, though, does Garcia.
There's a lot of shots around the side, right?
Yeah, he's looping those shots, which is good against a taller fighter. You go around their defense, especially the way that Valenzuela holds his hands, it's a very inactive guard. He's just got his hands up. There's a lot of holes, and Garcia has been able to find those holes at will.
And this fight so far fought at Garcia's range, the puncher inside, throwing power shots throughout.
What I like about Garcia that run is he controlled the center of the ring. You got to the center, even though he's a guy who's taller than him, guy who's bigger framed, he was able to back him up with power shots and just make his home the center of the ring.
One thing about Mexico, though, there's not much of a center of the ring. The ring is small.
small.
The ring is small. So.
Gentlemen, this is a puncher's ring tonight. We know what they're after.
See the towel wave in the corner.
Yep.
I remember when I was watching the 2000 Olympics one time on TV years ago. They had
Damas y caballeros, ProBox TV,
in the corner of
Hotel Cadún y Hacienda Mayagüel los invitan al segundo round. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the round number 2.
The towel throw water on you for those soaking towels, throw in your face until the water.
Ice on the back of the neck. Some people like that. Some people don't.
And they were all different countries that use different methods, because in the Olympics it's all different countries.
The coach that smacks you in between rounds to wake up.
I call it the Emmanuel Stewart special. Round number 2. Garcia's moving forward. Another sharp right hand.
Yeah, Garcia's really setting down on the shots here. You can see him. He's got it in his eyes. He's going for it.
I had an old-time friend of mine. He straight smacked him. He hit him back in the corner.
Fair game.
Yeah.
Those looping shots over the top, Chris. You mentioned it before. That right hand getting behind the ear of Valenzuela.
Nice over-under combination, doubling up on the right hand as Garcia. He's finding all those openings. Again, the passive guard of Valenzuela. His hands are just up. He's not really being active with his up and down head movement side to side. Hands not really active. So the holes are there, and Garcia is being able to find them throughout.
Garcia could tighten up a little bit at times, all right? He's a little wide on some of those shots.
And that's why I got caught with that uppercut last round. There was, again, attempt there by Valenzuela.
Yeah, some of what Garcia does is a little bit telegraphed.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice upper, though.
He doesn't change up the speed either. Everything is one gear.
Another good right.
Yeah, that ring is small. He backed up the ropes very easily.
Yeah.
One of the things we talk about, gentlemen, on our air is the amateurs are where you build fundamentals. A lot of Mexican fighters turn pro very young, just don't get the amateur experience to build the fundamentals. You're talking about Garcia, it's like, he's making these mistakes. It might catch up to you at a certain point. But this guy's learning on the job.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot of guys, it's not uncommon for them to turn pro at 15, 16 years old, but also they're in gyms when they're 7 and 8. Yeah. So, you build up that the technical superiority in the gym when you're a kid, literally.
But a counterpoint to that, guys, as you often say, Paulie, is you get all different kind of styles in the amateurs. You see a bunch of different. So if you come up in the Mexican system, you get a lot of fights like this. That's how you cut your teeth.
Yeah. In the amateur system, the higher level you go, the more styles you're going to see as you travel the world. In Mexico, though, you're going to get certain styles, but it does, make you a hard-nosed fighter, as typically Mexican fighters are. But I think sometimes Mexican fighters, the good ones, they don't get enough credit for the technical ability as well.
Hand position.
Everyone thinks of a tough Mexican fighter, as a tough guy, and gets hit and stuff like that. But there are those Mexican fighters that will wow you with skill too. It's just, it's sort of one of the underrated things. They have had Salvador Sanchez's and Juan Manuel Marquez's there, among others.
Guys who can catch and slip and also knock you out with a right hand. 10 seconds left to go. Round number 2.
Yeah, you're starting to see Valenzuela as being domesticated by the offense. He's starting to rubberneck before the punches even come.
ProBox TV returns to Kissimmee, Florida for another action-packed Contender Series. In the 10-round main event, ProBox TV alumnus and fast-rising world-ranked light heavyweight Naji Lopez takes another stern test against Mexican top contender Manuel Gallegos. Up-and-coming Dominic Valle will take on battle-hardened veteran Eduardo Ramirez of Mexico.
Back to Baja, California, Mexico. Round number 3 about to start. And not just the style, Chris, of Valenzuela starting to rubberneck a little bit too early and anticipate the power. See in the corner the damage starting to soak in a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he's been getting hit with shots all night long in the opening round. You saw the last round that Garcia really sat down, was trying to put some real hurt on Valenzuela, and that's why you see him starting to cower a little bit more. He's starting
Damas y caballeros,
to
Golden
be domesticated, as I
Zone,
like to say.
Hotel Marina Fiesta y Umbral.
The guy with 6 losses now. Is he going to try to win the fight, or is he going to try to just go the distance here? Is he getting domesticated too much to the point where he's not going to try to win? I think he may be making a last stand here as far as his attempts to try to win the fight.
Yeah, champ, looks like he's come out and throwing some harder shots here in round 3.
Swelling around the right eye of Valenzuela.
It's one of those situations, though. If you open up more, you're going to be more openings for Garcia to land those power shots that he's been landing all night. But listen, if you're going to go down, you might as well go down swinging.
And both guys are swinging.
Yeah. No lack of action in the ring tonight.
Ooh, good shot there by Valenzuela. Right hand got the attention of Garces right in the center of the ring. There it is again.
Valenzuela not laying down. Thought he might be domesticated once again by the power, but coming out there trying to throw. Garces has no problem answering back.
You know, when do we start questioning the power of Garces?
Yeah,
you know, he's 4-0,
100%
100% KOs. He's got a guy with a lot more experience, and he's not really having the effect you would think a real puncher would have.
Yeah.
No knockdowns yet. Hasn't really had Valenzuela wobbled.
Hasn't really created a doubt in Valenzuela's mind based on the power, you know. There were a couple of moments in the last round where maybe Valenzuela will be domesticated, but this round he's come out with a purpose. And he's taking some shots, but he's still coming right back and firing.
Yeah, Valenzuela's doing actually much better that he's actually throwing now. He was really shelling up the last round, but this round, the best round of the fight for Valenzuela so far, because he's actually fighting back. A rare jab from Valenzuela. He actually threw it down to the body.
A lot of falling in for both guys, though. The levels.
Yeah, not a lot of fancy footwork being employed here. Not a lot of jabbing either, especially jabs that are setting up power punches.
Yeah.
They're
Sometimes they're just
jabbing or
sticking
just
you
punching.
out. Yeah, they're just sticking it out a lot of times.
Oh, good
nice
right
sharp
hand off
right.
of a jab. Just as
Left hook
we were
right
talking about it.
afterward.
Oh, good combinations here.
Another thing you're going to see tonight, a lot of great left hooks. A lot of these guys, fantastic hookers.
You know, Garces actually, he has a good straight right hand when he throws it straight, but a lot of times he does that looping shot. I actually like the straight one that he throws. Looks like it's got some pop on it.
Yeah, typically guys with big shoulders, that's their shot, right? Is the right hand.
Body shot. I think that's the first body shot I've seen tonight, with the left hand at least. Nice combination there for Garces. Backs Valenzuela up.
Starting to get those numbers
Good round,
up.
yeah.
Waning seconds of what has been a very exciting round number 3.
Yeah, you're right, Jim. You're starting to see the face of Valenzuela. It's starting to get a little puffy around the eyebrows. There might have been a little blood around the outside of the right eye. It's hard to tell from this vantage, but definitely showing the wear and tear.
One of the problems Valenzuela has, too, is he doesn't jab for the height that he has. You would think he would throw more jabs. A lot of times he's actually trying to close the gap just by walking to Garces. And Garces doesn't really catch him coming either. He does catch him when he gets there, but there's an opportunity just to hit Valenzuela on the way in.
And Garces has been out jabbing the taller man, to your point, Paulie.
Yeah,
not always an easy thing to do.
There's that cut that I was talking about. I thought I saw some blood around the outside of that right eye.
That's the thing. A jab will set up your offense, but it'll also protect you defensively as well. If a guy like Valenzuela is jabbing more in this fight, maybe he's not cut right now.
Now with the towel spin, as you pointed out, Paulie, everybody's got their technique.
Tonight is the towel spin.
Really, round number 4.
Sometimes this towel snap. You get the towel with a flat towel snap. You know, they give you a little wind, a little water shower.
Whatever keeps you going. Carlos Garcia Garces in the green and black. His opponent, Jose Valenzuela, in the red and, looks like red and red. A little bit of black on there as well.
Good shots there from Valenzuela. He actually followed up a combination with a jab that landed very solid. Looks like Valenzuela just needed to wake up. Those first 2 rounds, he was really getting thrashed. But then he came back in round 3 with some real offense. Still don't think he won the round, but here he's coming out in round 4, letting those hands go and having some success.
But look at when he uses the jab. It's when he's already there. He doesn't use the jab on the way in. Look, he's right there. He doesn't use the jab. And maybe he'll throw a jab here. See, he waits to get in there and then throws a jab.
Champ, there's a reason he's 12-6.
Yeah.
You know, the whole card's undefeated.
I'm just trying to help the guy out.
Yeah.
You know? Use the jab on the way in.
And we appreciate that, Paulie.
Yeah.
We do. He can watch this and understand, hey, I should use the jab on the outside a little more. Nice right hand again.
Looks to me that some of the power has come off the shots of Garces at this point. He doesn't have that same snap he had earlier.
Yeah, he pumped those numbers up and
Good left hook.
wore him out a little bit, right? A little punch, a little arm wear.
Yeah, he's starting to really arm punch now.
That's a good right hand, though.
I think that's been the best punch of the fight for Garces has been the straight right hand when he throws it down the middle instead of that loopy knuckle shot that he throws.
Oh, nice left hook. Set up by the body shot with the right hand.
And that's that passive guard I was talking about. His hand is up, but it's not being active defending. And Garces was able to punch right through it with the left hook.
Is he going to follow up there by Garces? Takes 2 steps in, winds up that right hand.
And so far, Valenzuela hasn't really been able to make his size a factor. Hasn't leaned on him. Hasn't, as you guys point out a lot of times, pushed his opponent around, fought like the bigger man.
Not fought like the bigger man, now fought like the taller man.
Ooh. I was in the gym this morning working with some of the local amateurs, and I was telling them that when you're on the heavy bag, you got to pretend like you're fighting. Have a little bit of distance away from the bag. Don't just stand there and bang. These two look like they're both on a heavy bag.
Yeah.
There's no change of range. There's no in and out.
Not even a thought of that, actually.
No. There's no push and pull.
They separate and then they just fight. They separate and then they just fight.
Oh, there you go. There's that long right hand.
But, Paulie, just like you pointed out, you're going to find out if you're really a puncher as you step up into the experienced opposition. A guy with 18 fights, Garcia hasn't looked like a devastating puncher.
He's been hit enough to be able to take some of your shots that are not real power, you know? And Garces has landed enough clean punches to where if he was a real puncher, we'd have known tonight. And it doesn't seem that case.
Yeah, this would have been over in round number 1.
Yeah,
he had some clean shots early.
Clean shots. Especially those straight right hands. They've landed nicely, but although they've scored nicely, they've not really gotten the respect of Valenzuela.
Take a look at some of that action. Once again, you called it. The jab from Garces has been the accurate one.
Yeah.
And there's that beautiful left hook. Probably the best punch of the fight so far. He punched right through the guard of Valenzuela, who had that right hand up, but it wasn't enough to stop that hard left hook from Garces.
Garces not showing a whole lot of damage, wearing it well. We know he was the puncher coming in, 4-0, all of his wins by knockout. Jose Valenzuela, of his 12 wins, only 5 by knockout.
Damas y caballeros, ProBox TV, Golden Legends y Cabo Sunrise Transportation los invitan al quinto round.
5th round scheduled for 6. Valenzuela has been game, although he's been taking a beating in this fight. Hasn't stopped, at least trying to win since round number 3. You just don't get the feeling that Valenzuela has much of a game plan, Paul.
Yeah,
He's
just
kind of
effort.
waiting for opportunities. Yeah,
It's just more of the effort, He doesn't really have a path to victory. I guess, like Champ said, that's why he's 12-6, right? He just goes in, they ring the bell, and he tries to just get to work. But not really a rhyme or reason to a lot of what he does. He's certainly not setting any traps, that's for sure. He's just kind of coming out there, trying to get close and throw punches. Doesn't really even have any deception on his way in, despite the height that he has. Not that Garces looks like a world beater, but Garces is the A side here, the undefeated guy, and though maybe his power seems to start to look overrated in this fight, he's been able to at least put some combinations together and get the scoring blows in there that he needed.
And you need to keep in mind, it is only his 5th professional fight for Garces, so it is a learning process. He's fighting a guy with a ton of experience.
Another good right hand.
Counter right hand there over the top of the jab.
Fighting a fighter with 18 professional fights and a winning record in your 5th pro fight. There's something to say about that as well. Yeah, you can see the punches of Garces. You called it early, champ. They're a little wide, and they're getting wider as he gets more fatigued.
Yeah, a little bit arm weary. Less snap on the shots.
Yeah, and not a lot of hip rotation in those shots either. A lot of arm punches. You know, those 4 knockouts are most likely overmatched opponents that he was able to overwhelm.
Yeah,
good right hand again. Whenever there's a little bit of space, that right hand lands well.
And he's landed it several times tonight, which again shows you that the power of 4-0-4 knockouts might be overrated, because you get an extension like that on somebody's snappy right hands. He's had several tonight, and they have not really even gotten the attention of Valenzuela.
Yeah, we haven't seen Valenzuela rocked. We haven't seen him double over any kind of shots. He's been taking the shots well throughout.
You wouldn't have any doubt behind his effort. Listen, Valenzuela is not the highest IQ fighter. He's not really a thinker in there, but
look at him
he's never doubted himself. Look at that. There's a jab from the outside.
Look at that. No, he's bouncing and moving.
Now he's starting to stick and move in round number 5.
This guy's getting better as the fight goes on.
Right.
Valenzuela. He's showing more of his bag as we go.
Maybe tired eating right hands like that.
You could do that all night.
Yeah.
With trouble.
There's a good stiff jab from Garces, and then sets up the looping right hand again. Looks like a puncher, has the record of a puncher. May not be so much of a puncher.
No, not really.
Take a look at some of the action from round number 5, gentlemen.
There's a good counter right hand over the top. Over the jab, a lazy jab by Valenzuela.
We see a multitude of right hands thrown by Garces tonight. He's got that straight right hand whenever there's a little bit of distance. When he's on the inside, he's got that loopy right that goes around the passive guard. But also, he showed a little fatigue that round, did Garces.
One thing about being a puncher, he's not used to seeing the 6th round very often.
I have news for you, Jimmy. He's not a puncher.
Yeah.
We've seen enough to know he's not a puncher.
So it's good news, bad news. Good news is you're still here. Bad news is he's landed a lot of good punches, and you're still here.
Good news is also that he's won every round up
Yeah.
until this point. So there is also that. Very dominant performance. First time he's probably going to hear the final bell in his pro career.
Tend to get the punches nicely here.
There you
Start
go.
the 6th round, trying to save it for.
First knockdown.
Champion James Valenzuela.
Too soon.
Good job, Chris.
See that? All you do is just let his punches go in combination.
He will beat the count. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in round number 6.
Oh, big cut over the eye.
If you don't know what that means balls in Spanish.
Well, that ref is looking in close. Let's see if the fatigue sets in for Garces. He's
not
just
planning
missed 4 right
everything
hands.
cleanly.
Yeah.
He's not landing everything cleanly.
He's just gritting his teeth and throwing. Again, looking like he's on the heavy bag tonight.
Another good right hand.
That ref is about to step in.
And that's it.
That's how you get 5 knockouts and 5
We
knockouts.
thought we would see a final bell for the first time in Garces' career. Nope, gets the finish.
He missed almost all those punches, and then the last one was like a little slap, and he stopped the fight.
The funny part is Valenzuela able to beat the count, and the fight is stopped off less punishment a couple minutes later.
He took the go down in the first place. Yeah.
Champ, what do you say? Is he a puncher?
No.
No. Still not a puncher. 5-0, 5 KOs. Still likely not a puncher.
Let's take a look at how it happened. A nice, clean right hand. There it is. Left hook, right hand.
Yeah, it was all combination punching. You know, it wasn't really. I don't know if it was one shot, but it was punches and bunches, and he let his hands go. Nothing to save him for in round 6 because it's the final round, and he got the results. And he actually had some speed behind him as well as he, again, put them together with less daylight.
But as a coach, Paulie, isn't the kind of this the kind of thing where you go, yeah, that's how you're going to get knockouts. It's not, you're not a one-shot power guy. Throw in nice fluid combinations, let them snap, and that'll work.
The thing is, when you throw fast combinations like that, it's gasoline burners. So you don't want to be doing that all the time because you may mess with your gas tank.
But it's a good sign he did it in round 6.
It is a good sign he did it in round 6, but maybe he could have balanced it out a little better, maybe let him go a little better early in the earlier rounds. But nonetheless, the way he got the knockout wasn't that of a one-punch guy. Put together numbers and, you know, overwhelming.
Vamos y caballeros, tenemos el resultado oficial de ese encuentro al minuto con 10 segundos del sexto round. Ladies and gentlemen, the official time at better first minute with 10 seconds of round number 6. Para el vencedor por nocaut técnico, to the winner by TKO victory. He continúa invicto and still undefeated. La Granada de Ciudad de México, Carlos Garcia.
Carlos Garcia getting the win by knockout, round number 6. Had to earn it a bit there, Chris. So, you know, one of those where you see what he needs to work on, but still an impressive performance.
I always say when you're coming up as early in your career as a prospect, the ideal scenario is you get all the rounds and you stop them in the very last round because you get the experience of the rounds and you get the knockout to go on your record.
You keep the knockout record, 100%. That's what he did.
You got that tonight.
As he moves to 5-0, 5 knockouts. Well, another great puncher on our air, Lester Martinez, March 21st, Southern California. Check him out, folks.
Saturday, March 21st, ProBox TV invades the NOS Event Center as Lester Martinez and Emmanuel Ali battle for the WBC World Super Middleweight title. Palmdale's Joshua Kevin Anton battles the Uzbeki Punisher. LA is in the house as Anthony Too Quick Cuba defends home turf against Brooklyn's Wesley Farrell, while Sam Contreras takes on Cesar Cantu.
Our first fight of the night, Carlos Garcia getting the 6th round knockout. Paulie, not the puncher that you would think at 4-0, but you see the talent, you see the ability, you see that, you know, he can, the things you can build on in his 5th professional fight.
Listen, my only gripe here for only his 5th professional fight, maybe let those hands go like that a little earlier. You know, it's like, what were you waiting for? You know, you were a lot better than this guy. This guy who's basically doing you all the favors, falling in, giving up his height, not using his jab. You could have done this a little sooner. Other than that, listen, there's some things to work on technically, but you know, a 5-0, 5 KO start to your pro career, plus a win over a guy 12-6 with 18 fights in your 5th pro fight, not a bad way to go. So it's not going bad for him. There's an upside to him. Not a lot of complaints. You know, maybe my one complaint, aside from some of the things he could improve on, one complaint. I don't see a lot of Mexicans with bad hairlines. He's got a bad hairline.
Yeah, I mean, all right.
Yeah.
Since we're all about the aesthetics here, you know, of course, the model at the end here, Chris Algieri. Chris, one final comment on that last fight is,
Y ahora, rumbo
did he maybe have to figure out he wasn't a puncher and go, oh, I can throw in combo? You know, did it take a few rounds to go, and I can hit this guy with one shot?
I have a feeling he's going to take that and be like, you know what, I am a puncher. I still got him out of there. I guarantee you, he's still going to say he's a puncher. He's still going to act like he's a puncher. He's going to walk in there like he's a puncher.
He will have some meatloaf after all.
Yes.
I think you will. Well, you see right now entering the ring, it's Giovanni Martinez from Puebla versus Ivan Jimenez from Cancun. 5-0 for Jimenez, 9-0 for Martinez. Get used to these gaudy numbers tonight. A lot of undefeated fighters.
Each with a draw. Each with a draw.
Yep, each with one draw.
ProBox TV, Eric Ibarra, TM Boxing, Roger Peralta, RP Promotions. Los invitan al siguiente encuentro en la noche. Combate pactado a 8 rounds en la división de los pesos Super Mosca. We continue with 8 rounds of action in the Super Flyweight division. El referee para este encuentro, Joe Referee in charge of the action, Arturo Gallito Cota. Presentando de manera inicial, peleando en la esquina azul. Introducing first, representing the blue corner, vistiendo de negro con plata, is wearing black and silver trunks. Su récord profesional, 9 victorias, incluyendo un knockout y un empate. He has 9 victories, with 1 KO, with 1 draw. Damas y caballeros, directamente desde Puebla, Giovanni, la Pantera Martinez. Su contrincante peleando en la esquina roja. His opponent across the ring, standing in the red corner. Vistiendo de negro con naranja. He's wearing black and orange trunks. Su récord profesional, 5 victorias, incluyendo 3 knockouts y un empate. He has 5 victories with 3 KOs with 1 draw. Damas y caballeros, directamente desde Cancún, Quintana Roo, Iván, el Colorado Jimenez. Seguimos con las instrucciones del referee Arturo Gallito Cota.
This looks like one of those fights, as you said, start him young in Mexico. Paulie, I think you have that beanie you're wearing is probably older than both of these guys, but still undefeated in their young careers.
Yeah, Brooklyn Boxing was around a while ago.
There you go.
These kids are
Thank
definitely-
you.
It's head-to-head, very close.
Yeah, Jimenez 19 years of age. Martinez 20.
Yup.
I got to be honest. You always see some firsts in these shows. I've never, ever, the referee, Arturo Gallito Cota. Have you ever heard a referee with a nickname?
No.
Like he's a fighter?
No, never have.
The referee,
Never
has,
have.
the referee has a nickname.
I would assume he probably was a fighter and maybe was
Wants to keep his nickname in his refereeing. And if
He's
refereeing,
probably a veteran of the area. He may be a well-known individual.
so he had to add the Gallito even as a
Got it.
referee.
Yeah.
Got it in there.
Thank you.
I just wanted to make note of that. See? So if I become a ref, I can be the Magic Man.
Magic Man, right in the middle. That's what I'm going to call you.
It doesn't sound right. I don't know. The referee's supposed to be very serious, I feel like. It's not part of the show.
And unbiased. I don't want any magic in there.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
need
I don't want
any
any
sleight of
I don't
hand.
want any little roosters either. Gallito, you know.
Roosters are very serious, though.
Well, we'll see if the referee can be unbiased in this fight of young undefeateds.
Speaking of nicknames, Colorado Jimenez is a southpaw. He's coming out, trying to take control of this small ring. Put Martinez in the back foot. Martinez, one of the rare non-punchers tonight, right? 9-0,
Yes,
one knockout.
Only one
KO.
knockout.
Jimenez is acting like a puncher so
Five,
far.
5-0, 3 knockouts, right? So
Yeah, he's got 3. So not neither one huge punchers, but 5-0, 3, 5-0-1 with 3. So out of his 6 fights, he has 3 KOs.
But Jimenez, the southpaw, coming out very, very aggressive. Take away the space from the shorter man, and I think that might be a theme tonight. Chris, is tall guys not really using their jabs. Tall guys being aggressive.
Yeah, he's
He
using his
is
jab,
using
though.
jab a little bit. Yeah, he's coming in behind the jab. He definitely is throwing that left hand with some bad intentions, but he is setting it
He's
up quite a
using it
bit
to
with
come
the jab.
in, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah, not going to be a lot of lateral movement tonight.
There's not a lot of space to move laterally either, right?
So, Martinez doing a good job of using his height, actually. He's able to push and pull. Even though he's being very aggressive coming forward, he's been able to pull away to make Martinez miss, which we did not see in the last fight.
Yeah, Jimenez is a guy who kind of knows how to use his height. He falls in at times, but then he goes back on that range. Martinez obviously wants to take it away, but Martinez right now using the ring despite being a shorter guy.
And for a guy who doesn't have many knockouts, he has 1 KO, does Martinez. He throws that right hand well. Throws it over the top. He's got good timing on it. Punches with you. There it is again, that right hand.
Great weapon against the southpaw.
Jimenez doing a good job of keep making that very small ring even smaller. Martinez has been on with his back against the ropes multiple times this round.
If you're going to be a guy who is going to have a lot of knockouts, you got to offset it with some craftiness, right? And right now, Martinez is sort of being forced to fight.
Nice
more
hook
than he
over the
wants to.
top.
Nice hook there, but he's being forced to fight more than he wants to. More than a guy with 1 knockout should fight.
He looks uncomfortable, too.
Yeah, to be a guy who's going to be successful without knockout power, you have to be crafty.
Jimenez putting quite the pace on early. This one's scheduled for 8 rounds.
Even for the taller guy, Jimenez is changing height, getting low, got under a couple shots there. Eats a good straight right hand there, but ooh, nice double left hand, or lead hand, sorry, right hand from Jimenez.
He likes that right uppercut. He's using it.
It's a great weapon from the southpaw stance.
There
it is
he looks
again.
for it again. Doesn't land it, but he's looking for it. He's looking for it.
Trying to work the body again with the lead hand as well.
Jimenez, when he gets in position, really plants those feet. There's going to be opportunities for Martinez to counter.
No lack of action in this small ring, round number 1. Jimenez almost certainly banking that round. Came out like it was a one-round fight. Very aggressive.
Yeah, very aggressive, and also controlled the space in the ring. Was able to stay in the center of the ring and had Martinez's back against the ropes for most of the round. Even though Martinez did land some good eye-catching shots, it was the forward aggression from Jimenez that probably won the round.
How long till it starts to become obvious that Martinez is uncomfortable, guys?
Yeah.
I don't think this is the kind of fight that he wants to fight, right? You fight
I thought he looked uncomfortable in the first round.
When they say fight your fight, how long till it starts to affect him? He looked uncomfortable with it. How long does it start to affect him? Because as they say, we're all strong in the first round, so he can get through the first round. But he's gonna have to change something soon, I think, if Jimenez continues this kind of pressure and to force this kind of fight.
And the counterpoint as we begin round number 2 is Jimenez. He's fighting with a style that takes a lot of gas. He's being very aggressive, throwing a lot of punches.
Yeah, but he wasn't breathing real hard in the corner. He looks comfortable.
More, Chris, like he's fighting his kind of fight.
Yeah, that's the difference. Paulie's point, yeah, exactly. Nice body shot there from Jimenez. Taking what's in front of him. But that's what you can do. You can do that when you're calm, cool, and collected. You see an opening, you're able to take it. Good overhand right there from Martinez. Backs Jimenez off for the first time. Yeah, Martinez, he just seems like he's working a lot harder than he wants to.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what I was saying. You're going to have to be crafty if you're going to be successful without a lot of knockouts. Martinez, I don't know if he's showing enough of that craftiness. Sort of the same thing every time. Trying to use the ring laterally. And not really a lot of deception with what he throws back. And Jimenez is sort of overwhelming him.
And he's always in the same way. He's always going out to his left side. Good right hook there from Martinez.
Shot over the top.
That back up.
Backed Jimenez up. First time we've seen him stop since the start of this fight.
Oh, it was another good
right
shot.
hand. Fighter we didn't think was much of a puncher. He's actually landing the bigger shots now, and Jimenez now coming back.
And that's the problem. Jimenez is still in his face. So that's why I don't know if this is the kind of fight you want to fight if you're Martinez.
Yeah, to your point, Jimenez didn't buy himself a lot of space with those shots. Jimenez is going right back to it.
Yeah, watch out for that lead uppercut from Jimenez. You can tell that he really likes that punch. Landed some really good ones in the mix. There it is again.
You know what it is, too? In Mexico, they don't like to clinch.
No.
No, almost never.
And sometimes, that's sort of one of the ways of being crafty is to, use the ring, land your shots, maybe create a clinch to make the aggressive guy start over.
Good body shot.
When you don't make the aggressive guy start over, momentum builds up like a train, and it gets more and more difficult. I think somebody lost a mouthpiece here.
Most likely the guy who's working harder than he wants to. Martinez being pushed to the brink, fighting red line the whole time. Another thing you don't see a lot in Mexico, headbutts. You don't see a lot of headbutts.
Yeah. Despite no clinching and despite a lot of inside fighting, right?
Right. Ooh, big overhand right again lands for Martinez. Catching the taller man on the outside. Another attempt there, missed. I like that right hook to the body by Jimenez. He's landed a couple of those in the last 2 rounds.
No respect by Jimenez. He's continuing, despite Martinez landing good shots himself. Jimenez stays in his grill, stays in his face.
And yet, I still might give that round to Martinez. He landed some big eye-catching shots.
Can he keep winning rounds like this with this kind of fight, this kind of pace? Is this his fight, despite him winning that round, possibly?
I don't think so. I feel like he is over his skis. He's redlining the whole time. I'm not sure how long he can keep it up. Whereas Jimenez looks very comfortable, even though he's getting hit with some big shots.
Jimenez, a volume puncher, a volume fighter. Seems to be relying on the numbers and his footwork, just taking away all the space. Not that there's a lot of space in this ring.
Yeah, I mean, he's coming forward. He's working behind his punches. He's not getting to there before he starts punching. He's using that jab a little bit. He uses that straight left hand from the southpaw position. But does a nice job once you are on the ropes, letting those hands go. Especially with that lead uppercut. That's been the key punch for me tonight by Jimenez.
And the action continues. Round number 3 scheduled for 8.
Still a lot of fight to go.
Oh, these guys came out firing here
There we
round
go.
3. Somebody's trying to get that respect. I just think Martinez feels like he's got to get respect by one way, and that's just fighting Jimenez off. But that's also going to give Jimenez what he wants. And it's not like Martinez is not landing. But again, when you're not a big puncher, it's not going to dissuade a guy like Jimenez from continuing to pressure you.
No, Paul, you keep asking for craftiness, but if you don't have that in your bag,
it's not just going to pop up.
yeah, you're not gonna find it when you're under heavy fire from a guy like Jimenez.
And Jimenez doesn't mind the toe-to-toe fight against the guy with one knockout.
Jimenez, the southpaw to your right in the orange and black. His opponent, Giovanni Martinez, in the black and silver.
That's one thing about Jimenez. He's not hard to find, but you know,
He finds you.
he finds you, and he's going to get hit. He comes right forward, doesn't really mind it.
Martinez really not having an answer so far for the aggression of Ivan Jimenez.
Generally, tall guys who don't have a varied jab are easy to find.
Yeah.
You know, he's a big target. He's not moving that head, doesn't change levels often.
Nice left hand.
Oof. Either one of these two having trouble finding each other. I think that's going to be a theme tonight, right, Jimmy?
Yeah, it's just we have all these fighters that are willing to fight in a phone booth fight, and it's a very small ring. We have a phone booth for them to fight in.
And these are small guys. We're looking at super flyweights here. They still makes the ring look small. Ooh,
Nice
good
uppercut.
shots. Digging in there does Jimenez with that lead hand.
I just think if Jimenez just keeps the numbers up, that Martinez will just be uncomfortable with the numbers. I'm not sure if it's one punch is going to be a difference maker for either of these guys. Though Jimenez has landed some good uppercuts, like you mentioned, champ. But it's not. Nobody's been hurt essentially.
No.
But the discomfort comes from the numbers. Discomfort comes from being put in positions where you're just not, cozy in there. You're not able to be the decision maker as far as what kind of fight's going to be fought.
If you notice also, champ, Jimenez is doing a nice job cutting off the ring. Taking side steps, which is why Martinez has spent so much time on the ropes. And really, like you said, ooh, feeling uncomfortable. That was a good right hand, or a good left hand. Caught Martinez on the way out. Jimenez needs to be careful. He's got that chin way up in the air.
And despite eating some good punches in the last round, nothing really backed him off, never really slowed down. Don't know if he respects the power so far of Martinez.
No, Jimmy, he has not been deterred at all from walking through the shots of Martinez. Again, you got one KO in 10 fights.
Yeah, we know you're not a power puncher.
Again, no clinches. Guys continue to fight. No headbutts, no clinches.
No, it's been all action so far in Mexico. It's been great.
Gallito Cota has not had to get involved himself as a referee.
Yeah, you didn't like the nickname, but he's doing all right.
Yeah.
Doing all right. Yeah. Lester Martinez, Emmanuel Alim, WBC Super Middleweight Interim title, Saturday, March 21st. It's in San Bernardino, California. Hope it's not sold out if you want tickets. They have been going fast. Lester Martinez, perhaps on the brink of stardom. Taking on the very tough Emmanuel Alim after a WBC Fight of the Year. Last year against Christian Mbili, he gets back in the ring in Southern California. Guatemalan, Central American fans going to be very much behind him, but back to Mexico as we start round number 4, scheduled for 8. Fighting the super flyweight division.
Presiona, Pedro, ya, presiona. Dentro. Ve por él, hijo, ya.
At the corner saying pressure, get inside. Sound advice for Giovanni Martinez.
Something interesting, both these fighters have a draw on their record, and it was the only other time they fought undefeated fighters. Yeah. So they're against another undefeated fighter tonight. See if one of them can get over the hump and get a victory.
Yeah, we're not even halfway through this fight yet, so this thing could still turn here. Martinez having himself a pretty decent start this round despite Jimenez continuing to try to press.
He seems a little more comfortable, does Martinez, even though Jimenez is still pushing. Maybe not at the same intensity as it was earlier. Also, you have success. You start landing punches. You start to feel better.
Confidence.
Yeah, for sure. You're seeing that with Martinez a little bit. moving with a little more swagger here.
Allá, el gancho. Ahí, eso.
Chale, Pantera.
Ahí está, otra vez el
Cerradito.
gancho.
Eso, ya lo agarraste. Síguelo nada más.
Well-timed shots. Martinez punching with Jimenez like that and landing big shots upstairs.
Cerradito, Pantera. Vas con todo.
Good
Adelante.
body work there for Jimenez.
Nada para atrás, Pantera. Échale, échale.
Yeah, both guys is laying
Moviendo
on the
su
line
cintura.
here.
Tira, tira, contragolpealo,
Jimenez
lo puedes
really
hacer.
investing in the body here with that lead hand, that right hook. There it is again.
It's been there since round number 1, Chris. He's been finding room for it.
Venga, venga.
I like the right hand. The lead hand of Jimenez is good. He's got that uppercut. He's got that body shot that he throws.
Could it be that he's a natural right-hander?
That was what I was alluding to. It seems certainly so. That left hand, he kind of just puts it out there.
Vaya por él.
Doesn't have the same
Nada para
dynamic
atrás,
movement
Pantera,
of that
nada
right
para
hand.
atrás.
But Jimenez, he could be starting to slow down a little bit. Round number 4, his pace has been absolutely frenetic.
Sigue tu ritmo.
He's having to take breaks a bit more, gentlemen.
Yeah, it looks like he's not throwing as often. He's trying to set down and punch harder, though. So, which can tire you out that much quicker.
Adelante, Pantera, nada para atrás.
Eso. Así, chingado, venga.
Walks into another shot there from Martinez.
Sígalo,
He
Pantera.
folds in on the front foot sometimes.
Yeah.
A little bit of Mario Barrios in him.
Boxea, boxea, boxea.
And I know you never mean that as a compliment.
No.
Yeah, you
no.
never. I've never
Well,
heard
those
you
tall
say
guys,
man.
it's more obvious when they make that mistake, you know. But again, in Jimenez's case, it could be because he's a natural right-hander, so he's trying to put weight on that lead hand because he wants to use his power hand.
Búscale el centro, busca el centro.
I still don't agree with the front foot being.
Eso,
A
eso.
nice left hook.
Síguelo, síguelo, Pantera.
Martinez getting a little more confident.
Good body shots there from Jimenez coming back. He backs off Martinez.
Vámonos, salte de ahí.
Oof. Martinez, man, he's been landing the eye-catching shots, the cleaner, harder shots upstairs, but he's been consistently backed up. So you got to think that is the power even more diminished because he's going backwards. Jimenez really investing in the body the last couple rounds.
The second half of this fight could still tell us, you know, there's not a clear-cut advantage in the first half so far. We're only halfway through this one.
I like the aggression of Jimenez so far. I have him slightly ahead, but still a lot of fight to go.
Yeah, it could be 3-1 Jimenez, maybe 2-2. I thought the second round was a pretty good Martinez round, and in that last round also Martinez had a decent round, but 2-2, 3-1 for Jimenez possibly.
But Jimenez has depended so far on his ability to A, throw a lot of punches, and B, move forward the entire time. Could that be slowing down a little bit as we get to the halfway point?
Certainly looks like it
Yeah.
in terms of his punch out, but he's still coming forward.
Yes.
He's not taking a step back. He's not changed his trajectory of moving forward, but his punch output has certainly gone down.
Yeah, but where's he going if he doesn't come forward? I mean, what is this guy going to start getting on his toes? And look at him. He doesn't have that.
I mean, Valenzuela did that last fight. He sort of bounced around.
Yeah.
For half a round.
Yeah.
Right before he got knocked out. So see how that works.
Eso.
As Ivan Jimenez, once again, moving forward, but this time eating some counter punches from Giovanni
There's a little
Martinez.
headbutt.
There
As
was
far
a
as
headbutt.
but well, lefty, right? If we're going to give him a break.
Yeah.
Come on, champ.
And it didn't slow Jimenez down at all.
Ahí, mueve
Nice
la
left
cintura.
hook.
Oh, they're setting down and throwing big bombs here. I like how they're punching. It's not your turn, my turn here. They're punching in the middle, too.
Dentro del centro. Ahí en el centro ya sabe caminarle.
But they're also
Camínale,
just throwing, too.
mira,
It's not, I don't know if there's any thinking behind the process. They're just, maybe it's not your turn, my turn, but it's also like, I'm just going to throw. And the other guy's going to say, I'm just going to go throw, too.
Oh, good uppercut on the inside there by Jimenez. And
Where is
again,
it?
there's a lead uppercut.
Vámonos, Pantera. Échale. Mueva su cintura. Ya vea, ya vea.
That's the thing. The rare time Jimenez does change levels, he almost always makes Martinez miss. Because it's rare that he actually changes levels and gets underneath the shot.
Dale distancia, Pantera. Por dentro.
Venga.
Quítate y
Otra vez ese
entra.
upper,
Quítate
ya,
los golpes y entra.
Bien.
All their effort is on punching. It's not on any kind of deception. That's the thing about the levels of, and when you talk about boxing. It's nice, you know, to use a lot of energy punching, because that's the main point of this. But if you're using all your energy in punching and none of your energy in deception, you're not going to go anywhere.
But at this level, against fighters who have a similar style, man, it's exciting. There hasn't been
Yeah.
one step back in this fight.
Yeah.
Certainly
no,
entertaining for us.
It's entertaining.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you know, how much lands clean? How much gets the other guy's attention? You're just throwing for the sake of throwing. You're not actually, you know, putting things together to hit the guy with a shot he doesn't see. If anybody gets hit with a shot they don't see in this fight, it's because they just didn't see it. It wasn't because it was set up that way.
Yeah, there's no shock value that has been then brought to you by deception of your opponent.
When I talk about using some energy for deception, you're trying to land that shot that the opponent doesn't see coming, you know? I don't even think the thought even comes into these guys' heads.
Yeah, it's a little bit of rock'em sock'em robots here.
It's like, I'm going to get close, and I'm going to throw a bunch of punches. And the other guy's going to say, you know what, you're going to get close to throw a bunch of punches? I'm going to throw a bunch of punches, too.
If this were a football game, we two teams handing off to the running back, running right through the center.
Yeah.
Yep. American football. And I always need me to clarify
Yes.
that, Paul. American football. I'm sorry.
I think the Brits are sleeping at this hour.
Yeah, okay. I just, for you, Paulie, for you, I want to say
Thanks.
American football.
Ooh,
All right?
good body shot there by Jimenez, and then back comes Martinez with a good left hook upstairs.
Oh, what the
Nice
left uppercut
shot
there.
right
That
through the
was
center.
the rear-handed
With the
uppercut.
rear hand uppercut there.
There you go.
Oh, good right hand again.
That was one of the more jarring shots by either man. Straight right hand down the middle for Martinez.
You talk about domestication. You talk about settling down and being willing to, sitting down and being willing to lose. Neither guy right now making that agreement.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
they're
that
both going for
undefeated
it.
record,
Yes.
right? So they both don't want to give it up. And then, you know what? This last round's going to be important, I think.
Very important. Round 6 scheduled for 8.
Yeah, I misspoke earlier. I said super flyweight. They're super bantamweights.
Well, the ring announcer messed that up as well because he said super flyweight before we started.
I was going to say, they look a little big for fly.
Yeah, he did say super flyweight. May have been mistaken, but some of the action from the last round.
Again, Jimenez coming forward, trying to close the distance. Martinez trying to hold his ground, looking for counter opportunities.
And there's that level change you talked about.
that
Every
very
time he level
rare.
changes, he misses.
Yep, that very rare level change by the taller man gets underneath the looping shots of Martinez. But makes a miss, doesn't make him pay.
Yeah, you're asking for too much.
Yeah, excuse me.
Round number 6, 3 more to go. This one's scheduled for 8. In the orange, Ivan Jimenez. In the black and silver, Giovanni Martinez. Both fighters undefeated. Martinez 9-0-1. Ivan Jimenez 5-0-1.
These guys are throwing combinations with uppercuts now, Jimenez. You ever throw a 3-4 punch combination, all uppercuts?
Usually in Mexico, yeah.
Reason you don't see is because the other guy can just throw a hook on the blind and hit you.
Oh, good body shot there.
He's been investing in the body early.
Jimenez really coming out strong here in round 6.
Yeah, and this is what I was saying. Well, eventually the lack of craftiness in fighting this kind of fight is going to catch up to you if you're Martinez. Because you're not enough of a puncher to be fighting this kind of fight over the long haul.
Jimenez, man, again, impressive gas tank because he's been throwing hard all night long. It looked like he was starting to dip in terms of his energy and his output, but he's coming back hard here. Oh, nice jab. Gotta love, one, ProBox TV. We always have competitive matchups, but also Mexico. You got 2 undefeated guys meeting before their 10th pro fight.
Yeah, that's impressive. Someone lose a mouthpiece. It is Martinez once again. It is
That's
time
2
getting the strong
times.
warning.
Gallito's letting him know.
Gallito's letting him know,
Yeah,
dude.
taking charge.
You were talking about the nickname. He's letting him know.
Yeah, he's living up to the nickname. He's feisty.
You insult him a little bit. Insult him a little bit. Not
Don't
letting
throw
him
your
have it.
mouthpiece. Don't spit your mouthpiece out when he's roughing a fight. Give it to him.
Gallito ain't taking that.
But if anybody needs a break in the action, it is
Yes.
Martinez.
Well, you take the
relentless
mouthpiece out of your mouth, you breathe
Jimenez.
better, you know?
Yep.
Looks like blood on the chest.
Martinez is starting to fade a little bit, guys.
That's a lot of blood. That must be the nose.
Well, all those uppercuts, right?
Yeah.
Uppercuts can be real poison to the
Bad
nose.
right hand.
Right. Cracks
Trying to turn it on. You
Jimenez.
hear the corner of Martinez telling him to go forward.
Now they're going for it. That's it.
There's blood from the nose.
Yeah, Martinez is he's just banking on that right hand. He's just, ooh, nice uppercut by Martinez with the lead
And
hand.
Jimenez ducked into it.
Yeah. I think we spoke too soon about these guys. They are actually taking note of what their opponent is doing, not just rock'em sock'em robots. This has been a blistering 6th round.
I just think Jimenez likes to throw uppercuts. I don't think there was anything behind it.
I meant Martinez, actually, but
There it is again.
What an incredible pace in round 6.
But at what point, if you're Martinez, or if you're in Martinez's corner, do you say, all right, this guy doubles and triples that lead hand uppercut? Just when it's coming to you, just whip the hardest left hook you can throw. Just throw the hardest left hook you can throw. I mean, you're not gonna miss it unless you miss it yourself. He's not gonna slip it. Because now you've seen double and triple right uppercuts, which is a dangerous combination to throw. If you repetitively do it, the opponent has to, or at least his corner has to say, all right, bro, you know what? Next time you see that, because he's gonna throw it. He's actually getting happy with it now. He's gonna throw. You don't even have to look. Just throw the hardest left hook you can throw it to the head.
I'll tell you, champ, I have not seen a substantial left hook from Martinez all night long. He just might not have that in his arsenal. Might not be a punch he believes in. Because he throws the overhand right with all his might. But the left hook just doesn't throw.
But now Jimenez is begging for one, you know? It's a nice right uppercut that he's got, as you've mentioned. But he's abusing it now. He abused the privilege.
He abused the privilege.
Yeah, he abused the privilege.
My coach used to always say, because I'd love to go to the body so much, he'd be, don't go to the well too often.
Yeah, then they talk catching and shooting. They try to set you up for it.
We'll see if Giovanni Martinez has a left hook to counter the uppercut as we begin round number 7.
Oh,
man, Jimenez.
See, always goes to that right hand.
Yeah.
Sharp, endless gas tank.
Martinez has got a pretty decent jab. It's not very authoritative, but he pumps it. But it's really that right hand that he just goes for broke with. There it is again.
That was on the back foot though. He
Yeah,
just
that was
back
slappy
he threw.
too.
There's nothing there.
I like what Jimenez is doing. He's banging to the body and then coming up the middle with the front hand. Boom, boom, boom. There it is again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Put him together.
Climbs the body.
Now. And no response from Martinez.
And
less and less response from Martinez.
One thing, if you've been eating body shots all night and then your nose starts bleeding, your gas tank goes down real quick. That battery will deplete very fast. It's really it's the gas tank and the pace of Jimenez here.
Martinez undefeated record on slipping away, guys.
I think so. I think Jimenez has been in control. He's starting to pull away here late. Yeah. Couple good rounds to Martinez for sure. He had an opportunity to make this a very close fight. But I just think that the non-stop pressure for Jimenez has been the story of the night.
And Martinez not able to get the physical respect of Jimenez. Landed some shots, haven't really backed Jimenez off.
I feel like it's hard to win rounds when you're consistently getting backed up.
Getting backed up without the craftiness.
Right.
Talking about, right? If you're crafty, you can back up and figure out how to win rounds and be deceptive. But it's not. It's one thing I noticed early on. Martinez's answer was to fight with effort. And if you're winning, I don't know, one knockout, you can't be winning fights just on effort. You're going to have to be deceptive once his level of opposition steps up enough.
Especially when you're fighting another effort guy who seems to have a better gas tank.
And it's stronger.
Yeah. Bigger, stronger.
Wider variety of punches is
Certainly
a fair thing to say.
Not a puncher either, but a stronger guy. Oh, nice. That lead uppercut once again. Throwing it from far away is Jimenez.
Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, I mentioned that hook from Martinez being non-existent. The way you make a guy stop using a punch he likes is to create doubt in his ability to throw it by countering it. If you don't counter it, he's going to, continue to use it.
Again, I haven't seen a single left hook from Martinez tonight.
And that's why Jimenez has no problem throwing continuous right uppercuts. At worst, he misses. At best, he lands, but he never pays.
Committing to the right hand, but missing twice as we end round number 7. Brian Acosta versus Ronnie Rios, Saturday, March 28th. That's Thunder Studios, Long Beach, California. It's going to be a fun one, gentlemen. 2 ProBox TV alums. They know how to fight.
That's a nice scrap right there.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one. I don't know how to pick a winner there. Ryan Acosta, we've seen him look great. We've seen him look bad. We've seen Ronnie Rios. Both look good and not so good, but Ronnie Rios is a world-class guy. Both guys coming off of tough fights against each other in ProBox TV fashion.
Back to Cabo, San Lucas, Mexico, Baja. And it's been an action-packed fight. One more round to go. Both these fights tonight, man. Plenty of action, a lot of punches, aggression on both sides. Can Ivan Jimenez maybe close the show here? 5-0, 3 knockouts in those 5 wins.
I think he might as well go for it, Jimenez, because he just seems to be in better shape. Still has a lot of gas in the tank, and Martinez, who's looked uncomfortable since the onset, has really started to fade in the last round or two. And we see Jimenez coming on. Ooh, good uppercut there from Martinez as a lead.
Jimenez trying to finish
Sneaky
strong
body
here.
punches as well.
Jimenez trying to finish strong here, guys.
He's got a good gas tank. He's shown that he's in fantastic shape. He's thrown a lot of punches tonight. He has been pedal to the metal since round 1.
And I've criticized Martinez for being an effort guy in this kind of fight, which is the wrong fight to be an effort guy in. But at this point, he's got to show the effort. Now it's the last round. He's probably behind. Now you got no choice. Now you got to show the effort.
The fighter nicknamed Pantera he's been in this fight. He hasn't ever stopped trying to win. Just hasn't had the power to get any space so far.
First minute of this round, Martinez has actually been the more effective fighter. He's been landing very good shots and avoiding a lot of the combinations from Jimenez. But we'll see how these last 2 minutes play out.
Nice uppercut right on cue.
Oof, that's when he goes that body and then splits the guard up the middle with that uppercut. That's a nice combination. And again, Martinez only goes to that right hand. There it is again.
But one-dimensional, champ.
Yeah. It's hard to be crafty when you only got one dimension.
And he's going the wrong way now.
He's trying to get away from that lead uppercut.
Yeah.
But that's been the money punch for Jimenez. Has been with that lead hand. You pointed out, Chris, that the left hand is kind of out there. Well, Felix hasn't been his power shot.
Yeah, in the first rounds, he was coming with that straight left hand, but you could just tell he doesn't believe in it the way he does the right. Like you said, champ, potentially an orthodox fighter who has been converted.
Converted right-hander, yeah.
Oh, blood from the nose again of Martinez. First blood scored by Jimenez a few rounds ago. Eat enough uppercuts and that'll happen. Good straight left hand there from Martinez. Martinez throwing some heavy shots here.
Yeah, last 40 seconds. Not going to save it for now. 45 seconds to go.
And you can't take the punches home with you.
Both these fighters have thrown plenty of them.
Again, I think this has been a pretty good round for Martinez.
I think he's winning it, though.
I mean, he's landing some big shots. And
he's taking some good shots. And he's throwing some big shots. But Jimenez, I feel like he's landing better shots and backing him up.
Oof, yeah.
And also taking the real estate.
Yeah.
It's always been the one moving forward.
That's one of the things. When you have rounds that are close, you just kind of have to go by the feeling of who's forcing the action, who's in control. Both these guys, big swings and misses here to close out the final round.
Well, an exciting fight. It went all 8 rounds. We'll see who keeps their O at the end of this. Probably Ivan Jimenez. Chris, hard to see it any other way at this point.
I mean, you never know, but I think the guy who was coming forward all night long and pressing the action, Martinez did have some success in multiple rounds, but was it enough? I don't think so, but let's see what the judges think.
There's some action from that last round.
Common theme. Martinez is back against the ropes and Jimenez pushing forward. Both men were able to land, but you just felt like the real estate was won by Jimenez throughout the night.
Well, an impressive gas tank, impressive output. Good stuff with the lead hand, maybe work on his power a bit, but Ivan Jimenez looking good in his young career. So they collect the scorecards. We knew calling a card from Mexico, we get a lot of action from every fight. This one, no exception at all. Fight number 2. 3 more to go tonight. They're taking their time tallying up the scorecards. March Madness, ProBox TV, every weekend, another live fight. Don't miss it. Stay with us here on ProBox TV. Go until mid-April. Fight every weekend.
See the difference in attitudes of the corner. Big smiles in the corner of Jimenez. A little bit of a fake smile there by Martinez when you saw the camera, but otherwise,
you got to fake it till you make it.
Not the happiest corner, it seems. A little more apprehension. awaiting the official scorecards for these guys.
It's going to the ring in
Damas y
here.
caballeros, un fuerte aplauso para estos dos guerreros de la noche. Luego de 8 rounds llenos de acción, nos vamos a las tarjetas, ladies and gentlemen. After 8 tremendous rounds, here we go to the scorecards. El juez Nájera anotó la pelea 78-73. He scores the contest 78-73. El juez Salvador Rivera anotó la pelea 77-75. He scores the bout 77-75. El juez López anotó la pelea 79-72. He scores the bout 79-72. Los tres jueces a favor del vencedor por decisión unánime. To the winner by unanimous decision, Iván el Colorado Jimenez.
Unanimous decision for that young man, Ivan Jimenez.
Well, I don't understand if there was wrong math or 2 judges gave 10-8 rounds to Jimenez.
Yeah.
Yeah, 79-72,
And 78-73.
77-75.
Means a 10-8 round
Yep.
in the first 2 cards.
Which makes
you
not
just
a lot
read
of
off.
sense.
Or they just did the math wrong. I don't know.
Certainly a possibility.
I mean, there wasn't a mouthpiece. I mean, the mouthpiece came out twice. There
Yeah,
wasn't
no,
a point
no
Nope,
deduction.
we saw no point deduction. no.
Gallito
That would make sense, but-
didn't want to involve himself that much and take away points.
You appreciate that.
Yeah,
Interesting
appreciate that.
scorecard, but
Earned his nickname tonight.
But still, the right fighter won as we are looking at it here. Wins unanimous decision to go to 6-0-1. Lester Martinez, a fighter you're not going to want to miss. Southern California, March 21st. See him live. There's still tickets available. Check it out.
On Saturday, March 21st, ProBox TV delivers history-making championship boxing on a very special edition of the Contender Series. In the 10-round main event, Guatemala's Lester Martinez will look to be crowned his country's first ever world champion when he battles Emmanuel Alim for the WBC super middleweight title. The non-stop action continues as undefeated super welterweight Joshua Kevin Anton takes on his toughest test against the Uzbeki Punisher Kudratilo Abdulkakorov. And in a 10-round East Coast versus West Coast rumble, LA's Anthony Too Quick Cuba rumbles with Brooklyn's Wesley Ferrer. Future Stars action will see LA's undefeated Sam Contreras going for 6 straight wins against Texas veteran Cesar Cantu.
Lester Martinez, Emmanuel Alim. That's going to be a great one as we roll on in Mexico. Cabo San Lucas. Next one up, Angel Garobo versus Jose Baca. That is Jose Andres Baca to your left.
definitely appreciate the Mexican run of show. Keeping these fights going.
Dude,
back to back to back.
They waste no time.
No frills.
None at all. Jose Baca 9-0, 6 of those wins by knockout.
You could say that about the first two fights, too. No frills.
No.
They just
No.
got
No,
right to
just
work.
right, yeah.
Gentlemen, there's something I've seen in Mexico, too. Do you have to present your wraps in the United States? They do it in Mexico. Well, they cut the wraps off, and they take the wraps, and they give it to a ringside guy to check out.
They'll usually no.
I've only seen that in Mexico.
In the U.S. they'll check. They'll feel your hands though when you take the gloves off in the ring. They'll feel your hands, make sure nothing was in them. You know, because after the Billy Collins fight with Luis Resto, you know.
Yeah.
That's actually how it was discovered. They felt his hands, yeah.
The coach felt his hands. But in Mexico, when I've seen live fights, when they cut the wraps off, the fighter himself has to go to the ringside and submit them to make sure they're good.
It's good.
I like that.
But that's what you saw when they were cutting the wraps off. He's got to take them and give them. I've only seen that in Mexico.
That's a good practice.
Only seen it in Mexico. And it's only the fighter that can give it. So he can't say, somebody put something in him. He's got to give them over to him. Anyway.
Side note.
Well, all the fights we have seen, there's always more to learn. There's Jose Baca from Juarez, Chihuahua. 9-0, 6 wins by knockout.
2 undefeated records on the line once again.
Regardless of level, once you get 2 undefeated guys, what the good thing about a fight like that is both guys fight hungry.
Yeah, they both want it.
Neither wants to get that first L on the record. It is a big moment.
And both young, once again. 20 years old. Garobo, 21. Baca, 20.
Garobo, this is a guy, if you've seen him, which I did my study, this guy can hit.
Yeah, he can
Garobo
punch.
can really punch.
He's knocked out 2 undefeated fighters.
Yeah.
Early. Yeah, this
Yes.
power is not
That
made
is for real.
on cab drivers.
What about Baca's power?
Baca has a little bit more of a patterned record. When you look at the numbers of the guys he's beaten, a lot of underwater records. So Baca, to me, comes in here with more to prove than Garobo. Yeah.
And his chin has to prove it, too.
Man, Garobo is big and strong. The one I saw was a second rounder, and it was pretty vicious.
But what Baca has for him is he has fought at higher weights.
Yeah.
He's fought closer. He has fought actually at welterweight. He's coming back down here. Fought at welterweight a few times, actually, and is fighting back down at 140 pounds. So see if that extra added size or at least experience with bigger guys can help him deal with the power.
And Baca looking like the bigger man tonight.
Yeah, he's tall.
Yeah.
Both these guys are.
Okay, Ito's back in the ring, guys.
Hey, man, I like Ito as a
He
referee.
did a good
so
job
far, he's
last
been
night.
good.
He
He
did a
doesn't
good
need you
job.
trashing his nickname.
You know what?
Thank you.
I can't say I trashed it. I just didn't agree with him getting to use
well,
it.
you know,
But you know what?
Insult him a little.
He's not made himself a part of the show, which is always what you like about our referees when they, you avoid having to see them. Can't complain about him. I may not like the fact that he uses his nickname, but as a referee, he's not bad.
Can you be swayed? Can we start using nicknames for refs?
No,
Okay.
I'm a little bit of a purist in that.
All right, okay. Old man Paulie as we begin round number 1.
I don't even like when they announce the trainers in the ring now. That became a new thing lately, too.
We got another pair of tall fighters who don't seem to want to use their height. These guys.
Yeah, we said it's going to be a theme tonight.
Oh,
Snap, though, Cardova. You can see the snap on Cardova. There's the intent there.
no, Garobo can punch. He's sticking that stiff, hard jab down low. I love the Aztec skirt trunks that he's got going on.
Garobo in the orange and white. His opponent, Jose Baca, in the black and yellow.
Very serious punches here being thrown by Garobo early in
Baca
round
already
1.
looking to referee's own fight. Trying to call rapid punches.
But Garobo has faith in his power. 10 wins, 8 by knockout.
But I'm taking it back. Garobo is actually moving very smart. He's picking angles. He's cutting around. He's not just in front. He's coming in hard up the front door, but then he'll step around.
Changing levels,
Yeah.
which I always love. I feel like enough young fighters don't do that.
Yeah, see how he steps around?
Steps around, changes height.
Oof, pops the
Uses
right hand down the middle.
Uses both hands.
Súbeme
as
la
a
guardia,
lead.
súbeme la guardia, trabájame ese jab directo, mueve la cintura para entrar.
Baca being
Mueve la
very
cabeza.
defensive so
Eso.
far.
Yeah, Garobo, he is a next level talent. Big step up from what we've seen the last 2 fights.
I think Baca's probably trying to see if the power is real on the part of Garobo. He's not being real active, trying to maybe see if.
And the fights,
what way-
the fights you can find online, Baca, a bit more traditional style, tends to stand a little bit tall.
Yeah, but he's allowing Garobo, the puncher,
Yeah,
to
he's
walk
not-
right in.
Well, he's not being busy. I feel like he's trying to see if the power is real. Maybe take some shots in the gloves.
See the power's real, and you wake up in the locker room.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's why he doesn't want to open up too much, or maybe he can wake up in the locker room for real.
Good hand position for Garobo there.
Yeah, there's a little jab from Baca, but no respect from Garobo as Garobo shoots right back.
Nice double right hand there, body, and then switches to the uppercut up the middle. Well schooled, Garobo. You can see already.
A shot over the top around
he
the
didn't like
guard.
that
Another
shot.
one right around the ear.
Yeah, those loopy shots. Good counter there by Baca, though.
Yeah, Baca's going to have to use some
Oh,
counters in
body
between.
shot.
Nice.
That hurt him.
Yeah.
That hurt him.
Setting up the right hand. Garobo looking to make this an early night.
Oh, man. He's hurt to the head and to
He's
the
down.
body.
Down. Round number 1.
As I said, Jeff, you can't just let the guy tee off to feel the power, especially for half a
Well,
round.
that's the thing. It was going all right until he got hit with the body shot. I mean, I don't mind you actually, taking a first round to check if the power is real, but then he got hit with that body shot. And he's been trying to referee his own fight, guys. Come on. That's it. He's gone. He's
Nah,
gone.
he's done.
And that is it.
Gallito saw enough.
And Baca
Garrito's getting-
no,
he's actually-
complaining about the shots in the back of the head.
I complimented Garrito too soon, guys. You see? Yeah, I don't know what that was. He took away a chance for a knockout. I don't know what he was doing.
I thought that was
He
the end.
actually bought into the refereeing his own fight. Baca was complaining about rabbit punches that weren't even happening, and Garrito bought it.
And
You know
gentlemen,
what? This is why you don't let nicknames around for referees.
another thing that people tend to forget is you're not allowed to target the back of that. If I throw a left hook and you duck your head down or
Yeah.
turn away, that is your problem.
But
And a lot of
that's
fighters turn away,
behind-
get hit, and then
but
say,
that's
hey, I got hit in the back of the head.
That's behind the ear. That's not behind the head. And he's been trying to referee his own fight from the first 10 seconds of the fight. And there was a moment there where Garobo was about to end the fight.
That's what it looked like.
After a knockdown.
Let's take a look at it here.
There's that shot. That was a nice ear shot. That one actually was in the front.
That's good.
Oh, nice
shots,
uppercut. Yeah, it was a beautiful shot.
Good combination there.
That led
But
to
that
the
was
knockdown.
also after he was hurt to the body, noticeably
yeah, the
hurt
body
to the
shot
body
was-
with a left hook to the liver.
Yeah.
That's only about that Mexican-style gentleman. Vicious body punchers, man. They
I mean,
can really take it out of
Garobo's
you.
got it all, man. He was doing hard stab jabs to the body. He was creating angles from the outside. He was stepping in with pop-shotting lead right hands to split the guard. Yeah, Garobo, this Garobo kid, I really like what I see so far.
And also, Chris, here in Mexico, we've seen some guys 19, 20. These guys have band strength, and they're 19. I mean, this guy can
look
hit.
Well, he's got
hits.
good snap,
Look
too.
at the
It's not just-
physique on him, though.
Not
Yeah.
just the man strength, it's also that snap. When you get snap, you generate more strength to begin with. Now he's shooting some power jabs there. Baca trying to be responsive, though, this time.
Baca came back with a nice uppercut at the end of the last round. And you see him coming out here throwing a little bit. He needs to get some respect because Garobo looks like he wants to walk over him.
Yeah, it's looked as though staying shelled up and hoping your opponent leaves you alone didn't work in round number one. Round number one knockdown, he's trying to come out a little bit more aggressive, but
Garobo
of course
throws
that
with
leaves
bad
opening.
intentions, man. Bad intentions, everything.
Yeah. But it's bad intentions, but it's also change of speed on the shots. Good little uppercut there from Baca. So it's not just bad intentions to where he just trying to throw punches like we saw the guys in the first 2 rounds, just throwing punches for the sake of throwing them. He's actually thinking his way through. Look at a nice little throwaway
love that.
uppercut to set up the left hook to the body. I mean, now you're seeing a thinking fighter here who has got not just power, but is also creative with his punch selection.
You see that little stab jab on the mid distance? That's a really dangerous punch. That hurts. So you get to the pit of the stomach, even when you're in close, you think you're safe.
You're talking about Baca being a bigger guy. There's no jab, though, guys. I
Zero.
mean, he's
No
got
jab.
you might want to use a jab against a guy with the punching power of Garobo, so you can at least keep him away from you, so he has less options to throw the power. But nothing there from Baca as he's now trying to fight back. Use that jab there, but overall he's trying to
nice
trade
left
power.
hook.
Ooh, uppercuts from Baca, though. He has got a very good counter right uppercut that he's been landing.
But do you want to trade power with a guy like this?
I don't think he has
You
a
want to
choice
fight this
if
kind
you
of
don't have a
fight?
jab.
Yeah,
you don't
you
have
Nice
a
don't have
short
a
right
jab.
hand, though, from Baca.
I mean, you can't tell me somebody doesn't have a jab because the jab is the easiest punch to throw. How do you not have a jab?
Oh, good
That's what
right
happens when
hand,
you don't have a
another
jab.
knockdown.
You don't want to have a jab? That's what happens.
You tell fighters, Paulie, make
A
your
lot
first.
of blood, too.
I mean,
oh, blood
the
from
guy's
the
got-
bridge of the nose.
guy's got a lot of
broken
power.
and it's
that was a
over.
broken nose.
Round number 2, a
Why-
broken nose.
Why
and
would
that
you
is
want to?
the
Why
end.
would you want to fight a guy like this, like with that kind of power in that way? That's why I'm saying use your jab. Why? Do you really need that in your life? The guy hits like a truck. You gotta fight him at close range.
Doing the prep for this card, I gotta say, Garobo is one of those guys, Chris, who jumped off the screen. I was like, okay, this guy can punch. He moves well, Paulie. Good combinations.
Yeah.
I was like, hey man, this
Not only
guy's got
good
some real
combination,
potential.
sets up his punches nicely. Even though he's
That's
a power
that punch I
puncher,
was talking
even
about.
though he's a power puncher, he's not just throwing everything hard just for the sake of throwing them, or throwing punches just for the sake of throwing them because he knows he hits hard.
Oh, beautiful. That could have been the nose breaker right there.
That was the point. Every
Yeah.
punch that bothered Baca, he just said it was behind the head. It was just every shot that
That's
bothered
what
him.
I'm saying. And the referee bought it in the round one.
There was a little bit of the Erickson Lubin, Virgil Ortiz, where he would hit away the
lead hand.
gloves and then
Yeah, the peel.
pop them right. But those setup, really
But
intelligent.
You know what that was? That's Fernando Vargas first.
Fernando
Yeah,
Vargas
yeah,
did that
the
first.
And ironically, same
Yeah.
gym. You see how he passes down
See
generationally?
that? See that?
See that? I like
I
that.
see that.
I like how they do
Robert
that.
Garcia,
Garcia.
showing the next generation the old stuff
His
that works.
father trained Fernando.
There you go. His paisan. He goes, one of my best friends, Fernando Vargas.
Fernando was
But again,
mean.
it's the same
he
school.
was mean with it.
Yeah.
But it's the same school, you know. Eduardo trained Fernando, and Robert trains Virgil. I mean, it's going to be a lot of the similar teachings. Father-son trainer.
Look at this man, Angel Garobo. Man, I would love to see this guy in ProBox mixing it up for us.
I like everything
this
I
guy's
saw
got
from
real
him tonight.
ability.
He's top to bottom good. I really like what I saw, and I also had done my homework and saw that he was, like you said, Jimmy, he was a standout when you watch him. But tonight, big win against another undefeated fighter. Takes another third undefeated fighter that he's knocked out.
Yeah, he got caught on the bridge of the nose there of Baca.
That's not a good sign. Usually it means it's a broken nose. That thing was spurting blood.
He just blew away.
Really? Caught on the bridge, it's always broken?
No,
On the
generally,
bridge, yeah?
Almost always there's a cut right there where the bridge meets the bone.
And if it's squirting like that,
Damas y caballeros, tenemos el resultado oficial de este encuentro al minuto con 59 segundos del segundo round. Ladies and gentlemen, the end of the fight comes at 1 minute, the first minute with 59 seconds of round number 2. Para el vencedor por nocaut técnico 2, the winner by TKO victory. Y continúa invicto and still undefeated. El hombre más fuerte de Tijuana, dedicado el triunfo a su madre y a su tía, que lo ven desde el cielo, Ángel, el guerrero Garobo.
Chris, not every blue chip ends up being a great fighter, but great fighters rarely sneak up on you. You see them coming, they stand out at this level. This guy, Garobo, stands out at this level.
a lot of talent, a lot of potential, high ceiling for this young man.
That's right, March 13th, an incredible showdown in the light heavyweight division. Also, Dominic Valle versus Eduardo Ramirez. Kissimmee, Florida, just north of here. It's going to be some great stuff. Can Najee Lopez have that stuff up? Also, March 21st, Lester Martinez versus Emmanuel Alim, the WBC Super Middleweight Interim title on the lights. Saturday, March 21st, San Bernardino, California. Tickets are running out quick. Staying in Southern California, Long Beach. That's right, Brian Acosta versus Ronnie Rios. March Madness all month right here on ProBox TV. That's the amazing ability of Garobo in the ring. You talked about it, the power, the movement, the finishing instincts as well. As soon as he had his man hurt, said all the time, finishing isn't a skill, it's an instinct. You have to feel it. Garobo feels it.
That's why he's got all those knockouts, right? I mean, you coming in, you said he jumped off the page when we first started looking at these fighters, and he continues to jump off the page with a performance like tonight. He knocks out his third undefeated fighter, like you said, champ, and also the way he did it. It's not just that he got this guy out of there. He had this guy not wanting to fight right away, and we were just talking about earlier in the night, with undefeated fighters, it's hard to knock the winning mentality out of their mindset. He knocked the winning mentality right out of Baca within the first 20 seconds of the fight.
Yeah. There's a thing, Chris, when a real puncher touches you, oh, crap.
Yeah.
You guys have great stuff.
You know, we were asking at the top of the show, how many of these are real punchers? Well, we just saw our first real puncher.
Yeah.
Garobo can really punch.
Yeah.
You could tell right away by the way Baca reacted as soon as he got touched.
And also, when it's a real puncher, they know how to offset their power. You know, you got to set up that kind of power so they can land. You know how to land that kind of power. It's not just, I'm going to throw a bunch of punches.
You could see his footwork when he was in front of him, stepping side to side. He was popping the right hand,
the first two
taking shots
fights.
off.
Variety on the jab.
Variety.
The first two fights, I felt
everything.
like I was watching bum fights on the street. They were just guys just throwing punches for the sake of throwing
it was heavy
punches.
bag work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this fight, it's a beautiful thing when you watch a guy who knows how to fight, knows how to step, knows how to leverage his shots, knows how to select his punches, and knows how to, push pull even when it comes to taking power off some punches to put some extra steam on the subsequent punches in terms of setting them up. Garobo did all that. A kid with only 11 pro fights, a kid to watch. He's very young as well, right, champ?
Yeah, he's 21 years old, and he did it against another undefeated fighter who's 20 years old, doesn't want to lose, and he broke that will very, very quickly. And his nose.
You guys horror movie fans? I like horror movies myself, all right?
They don't let me sleep at night.
I get what you're saying, but one of the things I love about a great villain, Silence of the Lambs, right? When you look at Anthony Hopkins, he doesn't look scary. It's how other people treat him that makes him scary. When they say his name, everybody does this. As soon as Baca got hit, I went, Garobo's a puncher. Because Baca went, oh, man. It wasn't what we saw. The guy in there with him went, oh, man, this guy could. When you get touched by a real puncher, you can see it in the eyes of the opposition. Baca had that look in his eyes.
Well, that's what we said the first two fights. We could tell right away that the guys weren't punchers because the way the opponents were responding to the shots, getting hit with clean, hard shots, and they keep coming forward, that's not a puncher. A guy hits you, when you've been into a real puncher, you get hit and your eyes do this. Whoa! When you see it. We didn't see that until Garobo got in the ring.
Changes your whole mindset.
That changes that winning mentality. Beat it right out of Baca. Well, Naji Lopez, one of those guys who has that power as well. We've seen him develop and grow right here on ProBox TV. You can see him yourself March 13th. Let's see what he has to say.
Yeah, that's off the dome.
Some contenders talk, others climb. Naji Lopez is still climbing. The goal has always been the same: a world title.
Idea of me fighting for a world championship, man, that's a dream come true, you know what I'm saying? That's what I've been working my entire life for. Can't wait till that time comes.
But ambition isn't enough. You evolve, or you fall behind.
My style evolved in lots of ways. A more disciplined, more poised style. Work behind that jab. Laying bombs. Anytime, you know, I see it.
March 13 brings another step. Manuel Gallegos. Experienced, dangerous, not coming to lose.
Gallegos, man, he's a tough fighter right there. But I feel like he is perfect for me. His style is perfect for my style. I can't wait to, you know, just show the people, just go ahead and slice him up.
This isn't a showcase. It's a proving ground.
My mentality on that really is just to show everybody that I belong there. Show everybody that I got what it takes. I'm elite too. That's all I think about while I'm training, while I'm in the locker room getting ready, just to, you know, show the world that I'm who I say I am.
Every contender reaches a moment where belief has to be stronger than noise.
I already know what I can do. Preparing and every time the opportunity comes, just keep going out there and showing that I'm getting better, improving every time, looking sharp.
Yeah, I must be blind as the way that it's looking. I'm trying, but I don't see no competition.
For Naji Lopez, that moment is now.
I just want them to see Naji Lopez go out there and do his thing and shine every time he get in the ring, and that's it.
Oh, beautiful right hand.
I just want the fans to see an amazing fight. I love my Puerto Ricans, I love my Mexicans. I just want them to enjoy the fight.
Every fight is another step upward. March 13th, the climb continues on ProBox TV.
Heard about the confidence of Naji Lopez, just talked about what he wants to accomplish, but Manuel Gallegos would have a lot to say about where Naji Lopez goes with his career. To pull the upset off, what do you have to see from Gallegos, Chris?
Gallegos is, you know, he's a prototypical Mexican tough guy. He's going to come forward. He's going to test you. He's going to push you. And where there's mush, he's going to push. If Naji shows that he's going to lack any kind of discipline or is going to leave an opening, Gallegos will take it, and he'll run you over because he is that kind of guy. He's very physical. He's very durable. And he also has a winning mentality. He's not a guy who's going to show up and roll over. He's going to try and win. If you give him an inch, he's going to take a mile.
Back to Mexico, we just saw the title that is on the line, the FEDELATIN WBC title. That is a Central American Caribbean title. You educated me about that, Chris, and I appreciate that. I hadn't heard of it before.
FEDELATIN. I've saw a couple fights in Colombia and in Central South America with those titles before. Pretty common on these shows, not as common for us in the Northeast, but
Patricio Casanova, that's who you're looking at right there. His nickname is Pato.
California Sur. The Golden Boy, Angel Urena.
His opponent, Angel Urena, from Los Cabos, 11-1. 8 of those wins by knockout. If you look at Patricio Casanova, you've seen any of his fights, can be a little bit wide, he can be a little bit loose, but he is there to attack every single time.
With a name like Casanova, you got to have a little swagger.
Yeah, right?
He does.
You got to believe in yourself.
He does play that role.
Angel Urena, see, making his way to the ring, stepping inside.
Urena, the golden boy, huh? I wonder where that comes from. Rolando's the golden boy because he had blonde hair.
Makes sense.
Urena.
Urena, yeah, Urena, the golden boy. He had blonde hair on Lalonde.
And then Oscar De La
Oscar
Hoya
was the
won a gold medal. Makes sense.
I wonder what Urena did.
Well, we're about to find out. Maybe he's got gold in his hands, you know? We shall see.
Manos de Oro.
Manos de Oro. Only loss was by majority decision. Since then, he has won 5 in a row.
And good punching records, these two guys, right?
Yep.
Very good.
Casanova actually lost his last fight, so he's coming off of a loss. So this is...
Damas y caballeros, bienvenidos sean todos ustedes a la siguiente pelea de la noche. Combate por el campeonato FECONBOX del CMB en la división de los pesos welter. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this contest. Here we go with 10 rounds of action for the WBC FECONBOX Welterweight Championship. El actual presidente de FECONBOX, Juan Carlos Pelayo, en representación, el señor Jorge Moreno. Los 3 jueces para ese encuentro. The 3 judges scoring this bout, Eliseo Urias, Jaime Garcia y Pablo Moreno. El referee para esta pelea, your referee inside the ring, desde La Paz, Baja California Sur, Víctor Ojeda. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, presentando de manera inicial, peleando en la esquina azul. And now, introduce them first, standing, fighting, and representing the blue corner, vistiendo de rojo con negro. He's wearing red and black trunks. Su récord profesional, 10 victorias, incluyendo 7 knockouts, 1 derrota y 2 empates. His professional record, 10 victories, including 7 KOs, only 1 defeat with 2 draws. Damas y caballeros, aquí está el peleador de la capital de Baja California, Puritito Mexicali, Patricio, el Pato Casanova. Su contrincante, peleando en la esquina roja, the champion, fighting at the red corner, vistiendo de azul con negro, he's wearing blue and black trunks. Su récord profesional, 11 victorias, incluyendo 8 knockouts y 1 derrota. Professional career, 11 victories, with 8 KOs, only 1 defeat. Damas y caballeros, aquí está el actual campeón welter FECONBOX del CMB. Ladies and gentlemen, the current WBC FECONBOX welterweight champion, Puritito Los Cabos, the golden boy, Angel Urena. Seguimos con las instrucciones del referee Víctor Ojeda.
Not just the title on the line, the fighters tonight fighting for an opportunity to fight on ProBox TV air here in the United States. Quite the auditions tonight. We've had some exciting fighters winning some exciting fights.
My vote is on Garobo so far.
Yeah, Garobo for sure.
Garobo looking great.
How about that little extra added spice to it, fighting for a visa?
Yes.
To get to the States, which are not easy to come by these days.
Yeah.
Very, very true.
That's if you're going to come over here, then yeah, you're going to have to get a working visa.
You can go to Tijuana.
I mean, you can, but if we want to do it legally.
Oh, if you want to, if it's for ProBox.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
We are in the way, Patricio.
I say we give Garobo a visa.
I think so too. In the red and black, his opponent, Angel Urena, in the black and looks white to me, but he said blue. Maybe the TV color is changing. Black on the sides, that is Urena.
These are big welterweights, both these guys.
And also, Casanova's one loss, you just talked about it, Chris, was at middleweight. So went up to middleweight, lost, back down in welterweight.
He's been all over the scale. If you look at his past record and where he's been, he's fought lower weights, higher weights. Ooh, nice good stiff jab there. Upstairs from Urena.
Con el hombro esa, mira, con el hombro.
Southpaw is ready as well.
A lot of that tonight.
Yeah, I'd mentioned if you have a name like Casanova, you got to have some swagger, and he certainly does. You saw him peacocking to the camera before.
But as an unorthodox style, he can eat a lot of punches, like
nice
that uppercut.
Counter uppercut from Urena there. As Casanova fell in. You ought to be careful.
Casanova can get wide. He can be a little bit, as you say, Chris, over his skis sometimes.
Urena looks very, very measured. He picks his spots, eyes open, nice uppercut there from the outside. These guys, I don't know, they both look like they are heavy-handed. They're not super fast, but ooh, the well-timed uppercut by Urena. That's like the third one he's done this round.
I always like the backhand uppercut against an aggressive guy with the opposite stance. They kind of walk into it. Use the backhand uppercut.
Especially against an opposite stance, it's a very good weapon.
Yeah, if they're aggressive. So if they're a back foot fighter, a little more difficult.
Well, remember the Zab Judah, as of course you do remember, we beat him. Yeah. But when he was the kind of guy, if you got too aggressive on you, he would put you in your place with the rear uppercut.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, speaking of Zab, I couldn't use that punch on him because he wasn't really an aggressive guy. He was a push-pull guy.
Urena looking very confident here, landing some good stiff shots. Very measured,
picking his spots
nicely. Really well. Yep.
The
words right out of my mouth.
Right on each other's timing.
This
nice little pump jab there as well from Urena. You see that feint, using that to close the gap. Casanova's going to have to do a little more than peacocking here. He's got to get himself together.
Urena looking every bit the golden boy so far.
Very impressed with the precision of Urena. He's missed very few punches tonight.
This one's scheduled for 10. Urena has never had a fight scheduled for 10. Casanova's had one.
What a difference in skill level from the first two fights to these last two fights, right? Garobo and now Urena, the way that these guys are looking and seeing and pushing and pulling and analyzing, whole different world.
Well-balanced card. Right? Start out with some guys that are just coming up.
These guys are nice, good thinkers, you know, picking spots, even knowing how to use the ring, even though it's a small ring. Little side steps and, you know, subtle steps to set up punches.
Urena doing a good work with the jab as well. Very impressive.
I think I like everything he's doing, and most importantly, I like his eyes. He's looking for things. He's setting things up. He's staying very calm with a guy who's throwing some awkward shots.
Another guy, 21 years old. Some young kids.
You saw the difference in the towel that time. It wasn't the spin. It was the
flick.
The flick towel.
Flick.
Yep. Yes. Different styles in the corner.
We've seen two styles of
the helicopter
towel work in the corner
and the flick. Yeah.
Write this down, kids. Understand the corner in here.
Different ways to get that wind. You know?
And Jimmy, again, we're looking at fighters. This is their 13th pro fight for 13th pro fight for Urena, 14th pro fight for Casanova. These guys are learning on the job, but are way ahead of their peers.
Once again, Urena only 21 years old. So we begin round number 2, scheduled for 10. Urena, very, very patient style, working off that lead jab.
See what he does with that lead jab, too. He throws the first one on almost like a chop over the top of the opposite stance. Matter of fact, Pato's seen enough of it, Casanova. Pato Casanova's seen enough of it. He's turning right-handed. He's tired of Urena jabbing over the top of his lead hand.
He needs to be careful coming forward with that lead hand down in a stance that's not your normal stance.
And very tall with his chin.
Right there, right hand.
He's a little stiff, too.
Straight up. You can't fight like that with your lead hand down. You can't be straight up, bobbing up and down that way.
Oh, nice hook.
Yeah. And so far, Urena looking pretty good.
Looking like the more seasoned professional.
No, I like what I'm seeing from him. Yikes.
Nah, no visa for Casanova, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Casanova. No bueno. Urena, though, potentially. I like what I see so far. Still early.
You know what Casanova could be doing to make Urena a little more comfortable is cutting the ring off, because Urena does like to use the outer perimeter of the ring.
But that jab doubling and tripling so well.
Yeah, now he doesn't even have to go over the top of the lead hand, because now the opposite hand is not on the same side, so he can just whip that thing out there. And it's even easier to use the jab against you, somebody who's in the same stance as you.
In previous fights, doing the study, I said, man, Casanova fights really tall and swings really unorthodox for being so tall. Against lesser opposition, you can get away with it, but Urena ready for that beautiful left hook.
Head up in the air like that.
There's going to be a lot of that. That's the thing. If you're switching stances and you're not really adept at either.
Well, one thing about being in the backup stance, typically your defense isn't as good.
Right. Footwork usually suffers. Defense usually suffers. Offense is usually okay. But that's why I didn't like the fact that he's coming forward with his lead hand down.
That's the thing in general. When coming forward, regardless of what stance you're going to be in, when you come forward, you got to have your hands up.
Yeah.
You know, you fighting with your lead hand down is a back foot thing. Because you're going to the danger when you're coming forward, so you want to have your hands higher.
Casanova throwing with bad intentions, though. Didn't land much, but throwing hard.
He's too stiff, though.
And there's that left hook. You said in our last fight, Paulie, against the uppercut, or 2 fights ago, just close your eyes and throw your left hook.
Yeah.
He's going to be there. And right there, because of that stance, Casanova is there for the left hook.
Casanova's got some good hand speed on that lead hand. You can see Urena, he's trying to set up the right hand. He's trying to walk Casanova into that shot. He's using the left hook to drag him into his right hand. Ooh. Good left hook.
Fight has broken out in round number 2.
Casanova 2 up high, guys. 2 up high. At close range, you got to lower your center of gravity a little bit.
Make the target smaller is what a good coach will tell you.
Oh, round climb. Round 3 coming up. Good
highlights from
fight.
round 2, yep.
Round 2 is a good round because Casanova came out, he switched things up, came out with the orthodox stance, and was kind of drawing a line in the sand, saying, we're going to fight now. Ate some big shots
What did he
for
do?
his effort. He threw back.
He threw punches.
He threw back.
No, he wasn't effective. He got hit more, I think.
Oh, certainly did.
Urena was more active, too. He didn't have the guy's lead hand in front of him.
But he had to do it off his back foot.
He was on the back foot the first time around, no? He was circling the perimeter of the ring the first 2 rounds.
First round, he was on fire.
I guess we'll see what this guy. Let's see what stance Casanova comes out in.
He looks like he's going to come out orthodox again.
He's decided
with his
orthodox.
chin way up in the air.
That's another problem with this is backup stance. He's too up high in this stance.
Yeah.
At close range. It still comes forward with that lead hand down. If you're going to come forward with the lead hand down, at least move your head. You can't do that. Yeah, his hands are up higher now.
Yeah, and he's fighting more at a crouch in front. Land a nice uppercut on the inside. Yeah, it's the unorthodox shots that are getting through, like those.
Nice uppercut.
Back to the southpaw stance for Casanova.
You can tell he looks so much more comfortable. No.
That's
orthodox.
Then he gets stiff again.
Well, either way, no matter what stance Casanova's in, good shot selection. In that double jab, Casanova not jabbing with Urena. That was something he could do.
He looks less comfortable, though. Not like he did in the first round. He took in total control. Now he's got a little hesitation. Again, Casanova just being very awkward with the way he throws his punches, where they're coming from. Doesn't cut the ring off at all. Comes in super tall.
Hit with those wide hooks.
Also, you can see him squaring up his feet a lot as he changes stances. One of those guys is unorthodox approach.
Oh. He looked to throw a big right hand and ran into one instead.
He's got a beard, does Casanova. Can hit with some big, clean shots.
Or maybe Urena's punching power isn't what it is on paper.
I mean, even on paper, yeah, no, actually 8 KOs and 11 wins. That's a pretty good percentage. I don't know, champ. We both fought at welterweight. You much more than me. But they got bigger, huh? These are some big welterweights.
The weigh-ins are earlier and earlier. You know, when do they have this weigh-in? Plus the TV, it puts 10 pounds on you. Right?
Very, very true.
The camera had some weight.
I don't know. I remember fighting at welterweight. I didn't look. I watched it on TV. I didn't look like that.
Yeah, but your weigh-ins were the night before, no?
What, these guys weighed in on Tuesday?
I mean, pretty soon we're going to get there, right?
Casanova trying to take
nice
right hand.
And fouls up with the left hook. Yeah, Casanova, the beard. He's got the beard on there.
Unfortunately, we're figuring out he has a beard.
Unfortunately, we also figuring out he has no defense.
Well, when you stand straight up with your lead hand down and you just walk forward,
coming
then yeah.
forward, yeah. With no head movement, like I said. I mean, he's just sitting target.
That was a beautifully timed right hand, though. Head off line, short shot, right on the money.
He does use a couple throwaway punches, though. You see how he throws a little short punches to close the gap? He has his own weird way of throwing.
That was very weird. It's very awkward timing-wise. It's unorthodox for sure. He is in the southpaw stance now, doing a little locomotion with the hands. A little change up.
A little locomotion. He's a Kylie Minogue fan? A locomotion.
That is from back in my childhood. There's a knockdown. They're calling it a slip.
That could have been called a knockdown.
You know what? Bring Gallito back in. That was a knockdown.
Left hook.
You know what?
You were disrespecting him. Now you want him back, Paulie.
You know what?
Paulie, you're doing a flip-flop on our man
He would have
Gallito.
called that knockdown.
That was a
or
knockdown.
maybe he would have called a foul like he did in the first fight when it was about to be a knockdown. I don't know. But I thought it was a knockdown.
And now
let's see if the replay.
You also called him by his nickname.
Yeah, because I forgot his name. Cota. Okay, Cota.
Gallito. I'm calling him Gallito.
I'm calling him Gallito, too.
Thank you. But it looked like a left hook that knocked him off balance. Both hands hit the ground. Should have been.
It was a little bit of a slip.
Say his name. Donnie Brasco.
The rat. We won't say their name. The rat. The rat. We won't say a rat's name. I remember that movie. Shut up. Paulie.
Say his name. We're gonna get a replay.
He's
we
a
need,
rat.
we need,
The Sonny Red said he was a rat.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's see. Let's see if we got.
Well, left hook.
That was.
You know what? But his footing was off. I don't know.
But he caught him with a punch at the same time.
Yeah, his back foot slipped
caused
out.
by a punch.
But also it's because he's skating by very tall, and he got hit with a shot, and his feet slipped out.
All right, you know what? Gallito can sit this one out.
Okay.
It wasn't too bad. It wasn't.
We
terrible.
begin round number 4. Casanova in the red and black.
Oh, good shot on the inside there, and another one.
Got his attention.
Fouls it up.
And Casanova's holding on for a second.
Angel Urena in the black and white, and just coming forward, throwing left hooks.
Good body shot there from Urena.
Urena's not.
Oh, nice uppercut.
Urena's not on the back foot anymore, guys.
Ooh, nice double uppercut with the lead hand. Digs to the body. Big shot upstairs. Hey!
He cannot miss with that uppercut hook combination.
You know, guys, in a pro boxing match, even when shots land, they don't usually land clean. This guy gets it clean.
There's a cut around the eye. Looks like the right eye of Urena.
Casanova is tough as nails, man.
This is actually no good.
Ooh. Big heavy shots.
I'm getting a headache just watching this guy. He takes them all clean power shots.
The cut has not slowed down Urena at all.
Well, it's on the outside. It might not even right now.
Was it a clash of heads?
That looks bad. That's over the eye.
Yeah.
That thing looks
I'll tell you
like
what,
it's flopping
it
over.
spurred him on, actually, maybe.
Yeah.
Was it
no reaction. He's not wiping away, nothing. He's just looking to throw power.
Wow. And the power is landing for Urena. The Golden Boy having a great round.
You know what? I think it was a clash of heads, champ. I think you jinxed it tonight. We know we had clash of heads in Mexico. Lefty was righty.
I mean, look at this guy. Look at the way he's fighting.
I'm amazed there aren't
It's
more.
not your fault.
No.
Right?
Check out the cut.
Nah.
They got this.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't make me call back Gallito. Don't do it, ref.
I gotta see how this thing close up. It looks bad from afar.
Remember, the production team is in Mexico. We don't know if they have a replay. See if this is caused by a clash of heads. Wow. That's a nasty one.
I told you.
I thought it was on the side. That's right on
that's
top
a
of his
bad
head.
Over
cut.
the top, and it's flopped over too.
What are they doing over here?
Doctor.
Ooh. Replay from the production team in
here in
Deerfield.
Deerfield, giving us this replay.
Oh.
What is it?
Oh.
I don't.
That's just a lot of punches landing.
Oh,
that was a clutch.
seen
Maybe a
clash
clash.
That's what you saw the cut afterwards, yeah. Oh man.
I don't
It was
know.
already there.
No, it was already there. It's difficult. A lot of exchanging.
They are working on the cut.
You're not technically supposed to work on the cut, right?
That in the
what's
United
going on
States
over
you
here?
cannot.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's a bad cut there.
I guess that just means they're not going to stop the fight. They're just going to you work on it.
Yeah, you work on it. It's Oof, they look like they hand the head together again with the
Yeah.
heads. Oh.
You can only work on a cut in between rounds in the United States, but the fight continues.
Yeah, their heads
Because
are
now,
dangerously
if you stop it on a TKO, and this,
Which could certainly happen. That's a nasty one.
Did the ref say if it was a punch or a headbutt?
I haven't seen a signal that it is a clash of heads.
So then you got to you got to think it's a punch, in which case it will be a TKO.
They should have just stopped the fighting then instead of letting him work on the in the corner. Because after 4 rounds, it's going to go to the.
No, but
but it's not a clash of heads.
They haven't
It's
said
a
it was a
TKO
clash
either
of
way.
heads. So it'd be a
TKO
TKO
either
on punch, yeah.
So Urena's going to have to
unbelievable.
turn it up and see if he can get a stoppage here. Because I don't see that cut lasting another 6 rounds.
No, that cut's bad.
Nice hook over the top again.
Casanova's chin is really paying dividends here because
Man.
he's been getting hit with bombs.
And now it's a situation where as long as he can hold up and stay on his feet, the cut is just going to get worse.
Believe this.
That would be a real shame.
This guy's
Believe it.
This guy's at least a couple levels below Urena. I can't believe I'm watching this. This is going to be a TKO.
End of round number 4. See if we can take a look at exactly when the cut happened.
It was an excellent round for Urena. He landed some real bombs, really got the attention of the awkward Casanova, was landing huge shots. Casanova, for his credit, showed an incredible chin because he was taking bombs on the chin, side of the head.
Keep looking for a clash of heads. Haven't seen it yet. Urena, Paulie, you put it perfectly. He's a level above his opponent, at least.
At least one, yeah.
And yet, a bad cut might be the end. Corner working on it now.
I hope not. That's a shame.
And Casanova has granite in his chin.
There's no way that wasn't a headbutt because
Yeah.
I didn't see
It's
clean
such a
punch at
nasty
all.
cut, too.
Yeah, it's a really nasty cut.
And the positioning makes me think headbutt. It's almost always around the eyes, about there.
That's one that's above the eye and it flops down. That's a very dangerous cut.
You know, I wonder what that is. The round's about to start, and the referee makes everybody go neutral corner and start the round anyway.
Yeah, I thought they were going to check out the cut from the neutral corner, but I guess
just make them start from their own corner, like normal.
Oh,
another beautiful right hand.
Such well-placed uppercuts from Urena. Oh,
that's a clash,
There's
no?
a clash of heads.
Come on. Gallito would have seen it.
Cassia.
You know what? This guy's a little
I'm
old.
going to call you flip-flopping Paulie Malignaggi. You are
biggest
back.
fan
This
of
guy's
Gallito.
older. He's got cataracts. He doesn't see the headbutts.
Are you being ageist right now?
No,
Being a bit of an
it's
ageist?
just, you know, I just understand. You know, it's you could be susceptible to those kind of things when you're older. You know? Oh,
Good shot there from Casanova. First good landed punches in a while.
we're looking to make a move there.
The eye doesn't look to be bleeding, though. That's good corner work.
Urena also is a little bit more hesitant.
Yeah, certainly. It's also tough because he's landed such good shots, and Casanova didn't go anywhere.
Nice jabs there from Urena. Urena's got to get back on that jab. That first round jab over the top of the lead hand would be something to get back on.
Not only is it not been down, hasn't been stunned, hasn't been rocked, legs haven't stiffened up. Just worn all these punches very, very well.
Well, you know what that means. Got to go to the body. Got a guy like that who keeps taking it.
Oh! Knocked down just
Keep
as
taking
we
it
say it.
doesn't mean he's going to keep taking it. Eventually, the chin gets dented.
He's arguing, though.
No, this time he was down. That's it.
I think he complained his feet got tangled up, but
See if Urena goes in for it. Go for the kill, but look, Casanova looks like he's ready. He recovered well.
didn't look like it hurt him as much as he was off balance.
Yeah, flash knockdown.
And with his style, that's not surprising.
No, not at all. He stands tall, pulls back in weird, awkward ways. Oh,
What's he looking at there?
is he cut?
Oh,
good
good timing.
shot.
Saw that.
Right on cue, Paulie, going to the body.
Turned him right-handed after that.
Casanova comes back with a combination.
He throws such weird punches.
Yeah, very, very. I would want to say scrappy, but that would be a positive thing to say. I'm going to go with awkward.
One thing about the power of Urena has not made Casanova stop punching. He's been in this fight with his activity from the beginning.
Nice jab. Oh! Traded heavy shots there.
Action-packed round comes to a close.
With Casanova, if you're in a certain range.
Look at this. Gentleman missed a shot, and then look at that, looking right for the headbutt.
Casanova just flying in.
Yep.
I won't say it's intentional, but I'd say he's not trying to avoid the headbutt either. You know,
Anything to open that cut up.
It's one of those where, you know, maybe if I jump in like this, a headbutt might happen. I'm not going to look for it, but hey.
Whatever happens,
happens. In case
right?
it happens, I'll make sure it's my skull hitting your face and not your face.
And
your
here's the
skull hitting my
knockdown.
face.
Nice short uppercut, come right off balance.
The uppercut has been a consistently good weapon for Urena all night. Landed a good one there that caught Casanova. A little tall, a little off balance on his heels, went down. Not hurt, flash knockdown, but I like that shot to the chest there. And he just stiffened up Casanova. Boom.
Nice short uppercut that led to the knockdown. And what he's complaining about, yeah, his feet were a little tangled up, but you ate a shot and went down.
He's coming forward tall, and he got caught with an uppercut on the chin. I don't think you'd be an argument whether that was a knockout or not. Nice left hook.
We're halfway through this 10-round fight as we begin round number 6.
Casanova's a tough out, man. He's rough. Awkward, flies in with his head, has a really good chin, a lot of attitude.
But Urena was doing well with the jab. He's just not as consistent with the jab. I think a good jab beats Casanova because he's up high all the time. Urena complicates his own life, too. He's got a jab he can use on Casanova, but he uses it sparingly.
Yeah, but he didn't think his chin was going to hold up.
I hear you, but you can go back to the jab.
If you're just joining us, Angel Urena on the right in the black and white has a nasty cut around his right eye. His opponent, Patricio Casanova, in the black and red, trying to open it up, trying to get back in this fight, but Urena has been technically great. Scored a knockout in the last round. That cut's opened up again.
But you know what? I don't know about technically great. Not using those jabs. Throwing big shots, yeah. Not using the jab like he should be. You know
using it very well early in the fight.
Yeah, you know what? I changed my mind. No visas for either of these guys.
Yeah, I said it was still up in the air for Urena, and he's shown himself to maybe be a little subpar. Thing about the jab is you can always go back to it. Technically, it's never away, but.
And it was a punch that was landing every time on Casanova, and he's up high. You're gonna keep hitting him with it.
Well, especially once you have a cut, you want to keep that distance from the outside. But Urena's looking to go for the power shots instead, which is putting that cut in dangerous close proximity to that.
Also, you know what it is? It's an easy punch to be first with as well, because it's so simple to throw.
Especially when you got a guy who's just walking at you.
Up high.
Yeah.
You can't miss him. And you know, honestly, when he was using it early, he wasn't missing him.
Yeah, he's just looking to land big shots.
But
which he is.
But could it be also the cut is making him a little more anxious than we saw him on the fight? Early in the fight, he was using the jab. He was taking his time.
Yeah, he got away from it after round 1, 2, really. He really got away from the jab.
Fair point. Just thinking maybe that cut around his right eye is making him just a little bit more head hunting, thinking he needs the finish because you don't know when they're going to step in and look at it again and go, it's over.
Jimmy, you got a good point. Again, I want to get this out of here because I'm running out of time with this eye. Although they haven't really taken a lot of long looks at it, which is a good sign. Corner has done well enough to keep the bleeding from being too bad. But also, you don't see, he's not pawing it. He's not wiping blood out of his eye. He's not making it noticeable.
Good combination from Casanova.
Yeah, and he walks away. Nice. Changing a little bit of distance there.
Walks back into some more hard shots before the end of the round. Casanova just pointing at the crowd, happy at what he's doing.
Swagger, that one. He's got a lot of swagger.
Hey, gotta love his confidence.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, not a mark on his face yet.
No, not swagger.
Maybe later.
Wearing it really well.
One of those guys that maybe later he'll have it.
And Paulie, it's one of those, and you've said it before, that Mexican fighters, man, a lot of them, you got to hit them with a hatchet.
Canelo, Chavez, you ever seen any
could wear damage?
You ever seen that in the corner, both legs up?
Look at that. That's a new style, too. We're getting a lot of different styles tonight, Jimmy.
The recliner.
Look at that's the recliner
That's
chair.
new.
Yeah.
That's the
right
recliner.
on the knee. Look at that. Right on the trainer's knee.
That's new.
I've seen a little of that in kickboxing, haven't you, Chris?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
because they rub the legs, because you obviously take damage to your legs. I've seen guys elevate the legs, but I only ever seen it in boxing. No.
Yeah, I can understand it. Actually, I can understand it in boxing as well. You just don't really see it. But yeah, kickboxing for sure. Also, the guys are a lot more flexible.
Yeah.
They'll put the legs up
They'll put them all
rope.
the way up, yeah. Looks like the cut is doing comparatively well as we begin round number 7.
Yeah, it's a nasty cut in a bad spot, but the corner is doing a very nice job making it a non-factor.
You know what else making a non-factor? Casanova not landing on it.
Yeah, he hasn't landed much at all. I mean, he's still landing headbutts.
Hasn't been able to target the eye the way you imagine a veteran would at this point.
I like the creativity in the corner tonight. Different styles, you know. What is that called? The recliner?
That's the recliner.
Recliner. Yes. Different towels,
styles. Are they checking out the cut again? No, looks like a mouthpiece.
No, they're looking at
or something on the glove.
Casanova.
Yeah. Casanova going to his corner. A little tape. Urena getting a little bit of a break. As we said, 11-1, 8 wins by knockout. But I don't know what it takes to knock out Patricio Casanova. If he came in there with a baseball bat, because he was taking some big punches.
And that's another thing about Casanova. I haven't seen him breathing hard all night either. He is in
great
condition.
gas tanks tonight.
Yeah, he has been in condition. Great chin, good gas tank. Awkward style. A lot of confidence.
Changes stances every other second.
A lot of places in Mexico, by the way, to train at altitude. I'm sure you guys know that as well.
That's a good point, Jimmy.
Very well conditioned.
Yeah, Casanova's from Mexicali. Not sure what the altitude is there.
Mexico City, by the way, is 2,500 meters. I know that because I trained there, and I went, man, I'm really tired.
I am gassed out.
Which is about Big Bear, California, by the way,
yeah,
which is, of course, a training ground for so many great Southern California fighters. Same elevation as Big Bear.
As a soccer fan, there's a lot of talk about the '86 World Cup in Mexico. A lot of good teams just died out.
Just dying out. Didn't have the gas, yeah.
The air pressure or whatever.
Thin air.
Thin air, lack of air pressure, yeah.
Unfortunately.
Oh, nice left hand.
Body shot and a left hand to the chin. We got Urena
Casanova's feeling it. He's a confidence fighter, gentlemen.
Urena backing up for the first time tonight, looking very uncomfortable and out of breath.
Just as we were talking about the conditioning, Urena showing a little bit of wear here.
Yeah, Casanova coming on.
Those awkward punches.
Should have been using the jab.
Oh, body shot. That hurt Urena. Left hook to the body. Now he's on his bike moving. Yeah,
this is why he should have been using the jab. See?
Can't take it for a little bit of clinch in here.
Casanova cannot let him off the hook here.
40 seconds left to go in round number 7.
Oh.
Good short punches.
Oh, good body shot again. Going digging back down. He knows he hurt him to the body.
You know what? Maybe these guys aren't future world beaters, but you know what? Maybe they are ProBox TV fighters.
Man,
I'm going back again. Maybe
Bring him back.
Maybe visas for both of these guys. Just for the fact that they're exciting fighters.
Earning the nickname.
They show up to fight.
I'm telling you, man.
Flip-flopper Paulie tonight.
Put on the request for
Casanova is growing on me.
I went from, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. I went from only visa for Urena to no visas for either of them to, you know what, give them both a visa. Bring them on ProBox.
Let's take a look at it. There's more than just a body shot here.
Casanova going to the body this
from Casanova.
This
Look at this. Bang. Headbutt
that's the old one, too. The old body shot headbutt combination.
Injury. No, the old one, too, is a cup shot and a headbutt. That was actually a legal punch.
Yep.
At least he didn't go 2 illegal ones. He went
single.
That was a headbutt right to the center of the face, though. That was a nice one.
Would Gaito have caught that? I think
Gaito would have saw that.
Because he's shorter, I think you would have seen that.
I don't know how any referee misses that. That was planted right in the center of the face.
Look at this recliner. I love it.
That's this is the secret. It's why Casanova is getting himself back in the fight.
That's why he's so comfortable and calm.
You guys going to start using the recliner in your gym? Hey, when I see you fight next time in May, I want to see you do
I don't sit down in the corner. I'm too old. I do the George Foreman. I do the George Foreman. Yeah, the 1 minute makes me not want to get up anymore.
Yeah, that's very true.
And I already know what that meant when George Foreman described it. Now that I'm 45 and I understand it. I don't want to sit down. I might not want to get up.
Yep.
When you stand up, you stay.
That's what George said. He was like,
you stay in rhythm.
These young kids, they can do the recliner.
Yeah.
They sit down and put their legs up. Round
Casanova,
number 8
21 years old. Champ.
Yeah,
21 years old.
It's nice being 21. I can sit down and get up whenever I want to. It's more than half a lifetime.
Casanova's the oldest guy on the card so far, 26. Actually, he's the oldest guy on the whole card, I believe.
Okay, so he's 26, not 21.
Well,
but still,
no. Valenzuela was 29. Excuse me.
How dare you? Casanova, though, man, feeling good punches, great combinations.
Those weird combinations are coming in handy now, because then when you're tired, you can't get out of the way of them.
Yeah, but now they're all landing, too.
Because Urena's tired.
Casanova just seems to have an endless gas tank. He's been taking a beating throughout this fight.
And an iron chin, man.
One knockdown, that was because he was basically off balance.
Body shots. Yeah, look at there's no more power on Urena's punches. No more snap.
Very arm weary.
I think he's hurt. He's hurt to the body.
He's putting some, Casanova's got still some good snap on the shots, right?
Got a gas tank.
But there again.
Awkward volume.
Oh, he's cut now too.
That was a headbutt though. That was a headbutt. That one I saw. Okay, now the cataracts in the eyes. The referee don't excuse it. That one I saw.
Oh man, nice combination. The other one was a headbutt too.
What a fight
we
have
just
on
didn't
our
find
hands
it. But
here.
I'm sure it was a headbutt too. But this one I saw it as it happened, and then this guy was cut. So.
Casanova just needs a throw. Urena's not getting out of the way of anything anymore. Blood and guts fight here. Oh, good right hand.
It looked like a technical mismatch early, but Casanova's gas tank and chin have gotten him back in it.
Okay, so question, guys, because the fight's getting close. Does the knockdown play a big part now?
Absolutely.
I think it might.
Absolutely.
Oh! Another sweet right hand from Urena.
Still diving in
No
with
jabs,
shots.
though. No jabs.
Nah, he's gotten away from the jab completely. Urena is also getting tall now. As you notice, and that's why he's getting hit more. He's not as...
Oh, he's probably
not
tired,
changing,
right?
He's not changing levels anymore. Oh, boy. Eyes starting to swell, too, for Urena.
What is going on over
Urena's
He's
starting
falling
to wear
apart.
down.
He's falling apart.
Does he have 3.5 minutes left in the tank to even finish the fight?
Yeah, it's still a
What
good
is
amount
this?
of fight
This is the eighth round.
This is the eighth round.
Yeah.
No, he's
6.5.
got 6 minutes to go.
Wow.
Oof. And listen, Casanova still, like you said, champ, still snappy with the punches. A lot of competitiveness, a lot of confidence. Oh!
Blasts him with a right hand, almost turns him around.
Massive shot.
The amount of clean power shots that land in this fight is crazy. Because, you know, like I said, most fights, the power.
Oh!
Yeah, somebody bend down a little bit on the inside. Gosh.
Two
They're
more
both
rounds
tall
to
now.
go,
Yeah,
gentlemen.
so up high on the inside.
Man. Well, we had headbutts from Casanova. How about this one, gentlemen?
Well, one good headbutt deserves another, right?
Diving in.
There you
Bang.
go. You know what? You're going to cut me with a headbutt, I'll cut you with a headbutt. That's it.
Turnabout's fair play, right?
Yeah, that's it.
It
You know,
is.
if the referee doesn't see it.
The question here is who's got the gas for two more? Can Urena last for two more rounds?
And
Chris,
also-
would you give him that last round, by the way?
Urena?
Yeah.
No, I gave it to Casanova.
Right. So,
Yeah.
so we're sticking with we see him wearing down a bit. So that's the question. 2 more
absolutely.
rounds. Yep.
Yeah. No, he landed some good shots at the end.
He did.
But I thought that Casanova was in control for the majority of the round.
Okay, so, you know, it also comes into play, not just can you last to the end, but also, you know, winning the rounds, too. These two rounds could really make a big difference.
Yeah,
here.
absolutely.
Could decide the entire fight.
I think Urena's ahead, especially because of the knockdown. But if Casanova
lose
wins
the
these
last
next
2
two
rounds?
rounds, no, I don't think so.
Again with the start of the round. I don't understand that. Why can't you just start from your own corner?
I'm wondering if they're giving time for the corners to wipe up the corner.
Yeah, could be. 2 rounds left in what has been an extremely dramatic fight.
There's the jab from Urena.
The golden boy Angel Urena,
They need the jab a lot this round.
the white
Especially
and
with
black.
He's doing it.
Especially that Urena has a pretty good jab when he was using it.
Casanova was beaten up early. He's in the red and black, but he's gotten back into this fight the last couple rounds.
Más inteligente, Pato. Más inteligente nomás, hijo.
Oh! Beautiful left hook from Urena.
Trading left hooks.
I like how Urena took his head offline, too, to when he missed the right hand, so that he didn't take the right hand of Casanova and then came back with his hook. Although now Casanova is the one following up because Urena probably blew a lot of gas tank just throwing those punches.
Urena is definitely the more fundamentally sound guy, but
It's falling apart fatigue-wise.
yeah, Casanova, his chin and durability and conditioning and just confidence. Even he looks like
too
he's
many
slowing
dead
down.
spots here. You could be easily be jabbing too many dead spots, and then you gotta throw that right hand. You're exhausted. You gotta throw that shot.
Urena is really showing some discipline here. He's really picking his spots better. Nice
There's a
jab.
jab again. That's what I'm saying. You can't miss the jab when he uses it. He just doesn't use it.
Vivo con la defensa, Pato. Cúbrete bien, hijo.
Excellent job with the left hook as well.
Más seguro este round, Pato. Nomás más seguro.
Who would have thought?
Bato's corner telling him protect himself. Don't be open to those shots.
Who would have thought in the second round of this fight that we would be in this kind of fight here in the 9th?
Never would have believed it.
Urena looked like he was levels above Casanova, and now we're here in a back-and-forth brawl.
I don't understand what the corner means to protect yourself. That's master of the obvious, no? I mean, obviously, you got to protect yourself, but don't you kind of got to win the last
also,
2 rounds?
Casanova hasn't been protecting himself this whole time. When you start protecting himself now?
Not only that, headbutt again.
That was bad.
What is he going to do over here?
Hey, stop doing that.
I mean, they're all accidental. It's because of the awkward movement.
Awkward movement, opposite stances, everything. Close contact.
Close contact, competitiveness, the fact that these guys are throwing bombs at each other all night long.
It was a bad cut, open early on in the fight, and yet it has been something Urena's been able to deal with.
Even Casanova could use a jab as he's walking down Urena. Think about that.
Yeah.
But you don't see that either. There it is.
Oof, he ain't pretty no more. That eye's looking real rough.
Oh, good shot there by Casanova.
Southpaw jab over the top.
One more round to go. And Casanova looking like he is full of energy right now.
I love how doctors in Mexico don't care about cuts at all.
Nope.
Yeah.
That would have been stopped every round in America.
Yep, they've been checking out constantly, but they haven't been doing that here. But activity from both fighters.
Yeah, they're
Man,
more
what a
worried,
fight.
They're more worried about the water in the corner than they are about the eye cuts over there in Mexico.
Basically, if I look at the cut and I don't see what you're thinking, you're fine.
Yeah.
If your thoughts aren't spilling out, you're okay. Calling this one on ProBox TV from Baja, California, Mexico.
Again, the recliner. It's been working since he's been doing the recliner. I got to say, the fight changed since this recliner thing has been happening.
I'm digging the recliner. I'm digging it.
I think for the first time we did see Casanova looking fatigued in that last round. Let's see what he's got left.
Yeah,
Did
3
he win
minutes
the last
left.
round or no?
No, I gave it to Urena.
So that's it. Casanova's a knockout.
I think so.
Or he's a knockdown to even it up.
Referee looking at the cut. But not having the doctor check it out at all for the 10th and final round. Question is, can Casanova come back?
Casanova's acting like he knows he needs it.
Yeah, and Urena clinching a little bit like he knows he can just survive this last round, perhaps.
He's just moving jab. He'll be okay.
So what the referee did at the beginning of this round, though. He let them come out of their own corner to fight.
And Pato's corner telling him to stay on Urena. Don't give him any space.
Following directions.
Yeah. But also, that's what he's been doing the whole fight. I mean, when he's been aggressive and throwing those little punches on the inside, he's had success.
If he could cut off the ring, Urena would be in trouble right now.
But you know what? He caught Urena with some good shots there. If you back up Urena might not back up well. Counter jab there from part of Casanova, huh?
Yeah, Urena is completely on fumes here. He is exhausted, getting hit with everything.
Busy refereeing his own fight. He's not paying attention to his defense.
The body shot. The body shot hurt him. The body shots are taking it out of him here in the 10th round.
2 minutes left in round 10.
Casanova have another combination in him. Does Casanova another combination?
Does Casanova know how to win? Does he know how to win this kind of fight?
He's tired too, though, because he can't cut off the ring either.
That's not tired. That's technique. Oh! Oh!
What was that? He looked the other way.
Plug into the crowd.
Big round here for Casanova. Still a lot of time left. Going to the body.
Can he score that
Halfway.
knockdown?
Remember a knockdown for Urena early on in the fight. Could be the difference maker in what has turned out to be a very close contest.
Oh! I mean, like you said, Chad,
Cut
the
now,
amount of
free-flowing.
clean punches landed by both of these
Clean
two
power
tonight.
shots.
Good body shot again.
This is one of those where neither guy might ever be the same because they have taken a ton of punishment.
Oh, that body shot bothered him again. Oh!
Oh.
Right on the money.
Maybe we do it. Maybe we'll bring these guys back for a rematch.
I was about to say that. I would love to see these two dance again.
That eye, man.
Doctor going to check it out. 45 seconds left to go in the final round.
Oh, look at Casanova waving on the crowd.
At this point, though, you don't know what they'll
45 seconds left. Doctor says it's good.
I still can't get over that they let the corner work on it a few rounds ago.
Yeah.
Never seen that in my life.
That was wild.
There's a lot of firsts tonight. The recliner, the treating the cut before you
Get to the corner.
get to the corner. Oof. That break in the momentum hurt Casanova.
Oh, body shots again.
Oh,
That's how you
body
get it back. Oh, he slipped a shot. Amazing. He got underneath one. He didn't stay up on that one. So that.
It's a big round for Casanova, man.
He has been chasing Urena around the ring.
Bombs, both men, man. Oh!
Great right hand from Urena. Oh. They're just having a phone booth fight to the end.
That was
Man,
awesome.
what a ProBox TV fight that was.
How else could that fight end?
Yeah.
Just like that.
Toe to toe.
Trading bombs.
Who's going to get this decision, guys?
I mean, Urena probably.
My guess would be Urena?
Yeah, I mean, just surviving, getting to the end without a knockdown.
Casanova doesn't agree.
Did have a 10-8 round.
See him? He doesn't agree. He's telling you guys what he's talking about.
I feel like the fast start and the knockdown is probably going to be the difference. But, I mean.
Casanova got hit so much he forgot he even got knocked down.
Yeah, good chance.
He just remembers the recent. He has recency bias. He feels he closed the fight strong and he deserves a decision.
And the lesson here, if you're part of Urena's camp, is, hey, you may be technical, you may be better. Guys are going to make it a gut check fight, and you got to be ready for that.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Casanova did. Made this a gut check fight.
Fun fight. Fun fight. I mean, incredible action back and forth.
In the last round.
The last round was a very dominant round for Casanova. He landed bombs. He hurt
body shots.
Hurt Urena to the body early. Didn't let up all night. And Urena, to his part, stayed in the pocket and threw. He was just too slow in that last round.
Yeah, you know what it is too? No feints on these guys either. When they attack, they just attack. No feints.
I haven't seen a feint all night.
Yes. Not really part of the arsenal of any of these fighters.
Oh, man, the way they ended, just bombing away. Absolute shootout.
Definitely a 10 out of 10 when it comes to entertainment value. The question is, how did the judges see it? That's the question.
Casanova seems like he can go another 2 rounds.
Casanova is being like a sporty winner. He thinks he won the fight. One of the things he's gonna be this sporty.
Look at his face too. Not a mark on his face.
He's cut though.
Yeah, a little cut from the headbutt, but otherwise, I mean, you would think he'd be swollen.
Damas y caballeros, un fuerte aplauso para estos valientes del ring. Luego de 10 emocionantes rounds, nos vamos a la decisión de los jueces. Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of pure action, here we go to the scorecards. Los 3 jueces, Eliseo Urias, Pablo Moreno y Jaime García, coinciden en las tarjetas 97-92. The 3 judges score in the same card, 97-92, a favor del vencedor por decisión unánime, to the winner by unanimous decision. Out of here, the Golden Boy, Urena.
97-92 on all 3 judges' scorecards.
A little wide.
A little wide. Thought it'd be a little closer than that.
Wide.
I'm not saying the wrong guy won.
But he didn't do too well in the early part of the fight. So he's gonna have to
it was
look back
a slow start and the knockdown.
These guys have a lot of respect for one another.
Maybe a rematch.
I think you're right. Visas for both guys. Bring them here. Have a rematch on ProBox
like
TV.
ProBox TV Open.
I think so. I think it's fantastic.
They're not high enough level for a co-main event or main event, but maybe a ProBox TV Open.
But they'll get that crowd going.
That's what I'm saying.
Especially if the fight's anything like this. And I'd like to see the adjustments Urena would make in the gym, because you see the technique, Chris. You see what he does well. You see the flashes of greatness.
Absolute, very talented, good technical skill. Knew what he was doing in there. Good eyes, but just got away from the jab and let the fight kind of get away from him. It went a little off the rails, and that's actually what Casanova likes. He likes chaos, and Urena needs to be more disciplined, more fundamental, working behind that jab. He let that fight get away from him. He got lucky tonight because he had a high enough, early enough lead. He scored the knockdown, and the judges liked what they saw. But you're going to have to learn from a fight like this.
Angel Urena moves to 12-1, 8 wins by knockout. Patricio Casanova falls to 10-2-2. But, man, you got your money's worth. We're so far getting our money's worth from this fight from Mexico.
Yeah.
Man, speaking of getting your money's worth, Naji Lopez returns to ProBox TV March 13th. Going to be an amazing fight. Here it is.
On Friday, March 13th, ProBox TV returns to Kissimmee, Florida for another action-packed Contender Series. In the 10-round main event, ProBox TV alumnus and fast-rising world-ranked light heavyweight Naji Lopez takes another stern test against Mexican top contender Manuel Gallegos. Up-and-coming Dominic Valle will take on battle-hardened veteran Eduardo Ramirez of Mexico.
Naji Lopez, Manuel Gallegos, that's going to be a war, but this one definitely war. Question, Paulie, Urena took a lot of damage. Bad cut around the right eye. That's going to take a little bit of time. Was this one of those where, like, man, you're not to get to that next level and stay at that next level with the number of fights you've had? You can't take punches like that.
You can't make punches like that, but also you got to learn how you can make fights easier on yourself.
Yes.
You know, this was one of those fights that he complicated on his own by certain decision making. The decision making you do inside the fight, you know, that a lot of times has bearing on, you know, your longevity in your career, how fast you move up the ranks, complicating your life and complicating a fight when you don't need to, you know, and I think that, you know, some of those things are things that have to be considered on the part of Urena and his team.
Yeah, this idea that, Chris, I love the way you put that. He let the fight get away from him. The ability to kind of reset and recontrol. You and I, off camera, I'm training a fighter. You have a lot of fighters. Top 3 punches have to be your jab, right? Because you can always go back to it and reset. Was that an issue where you had a good jab early but didn't go back to it when the fight started going off the rails?
Well, he had all the jabs. He had all the jabs necessary, but he didn't have the confidence to go back to it when the fight did get a little bit off. And that's the thing, man. That comes with confidence and maturity and experience. I always say this about champions and contenders. The difference is being able to make adjustments on the fly.
Yeah.
And this fight got out of hand. He wasn't able to make that adjustment and go back to the jab. And for that, I mean, he's got a brand new cut. He's got a scar for the rest of his life now. He had a really tough fight. Took a lot of damage that wasn't necessary. But it was entertaining as hell, and he comes out with the win.
And also taking the damage he took, Paul and I were just talking about it, not a great sign. That there were a lot of punches he couldn't see from an unorthodox kind of fighter. He's going to have to fill in those gaps. You want to get to that next level. Fair or not, Chris?
Absolutely. I mean, that's the big separator between the best and the rest is defense. You know, the best fighters in the world, the pound-for-pound guys, are always guys with good defense. And because only so high you can go if you're getting hit with clean shots like that.
Tendremos la pelea entre Israel González, el peleador de casa, ante el peleador de La Paz, Armando Appel, campeonato mundial, plata, super mosca, el 16 de mayo, Roger Peralta, RP Promotions, aquí en tu ciudad, Cabo San Lucas. Un fuerte aplauso para estos dos
May
grandes
16th World
boxeadores,
Championship
Israel
fight.
Giga González y Armando Appel.
You see that WBC title on the line.
Oh, wait.
¿Qué tal? Muy buenas noches a todas las personas aquí presentes.
Jimmy Smith alongside the champs, Chris Algieri, Paulie Malignaggi. One thing we cannot stress enough is, man, the entertainment value of these fights so far. I've seen fights in Mexico City. I've been there live, and every fight I've seen has been kind of like this, where not always the most technical, not always, the brilliant technique, but, man, everybody going for it tonight. We haven't seen one fighter, no matter the circumstances, laying down, Paulie. Everybody's fought to win.
Yeah. Well, except the Garobo's opponent, but I don't think that he showed up not to win. He's undefeated. I just think that Garobo convinced him that, you know what, he hits too hard and he's just way superior. Garobo has been the only one tonight that looked superior to another level. But on paper, that fight was, well matched. It was two undefeated guys. The first two fights, I'd say definitely levels weren't the highest, but guys both showed up to win, both showed up to fight. they came to earn their checks.
Even the B-side 12-6 guy never laid down mentally.
Yeah.
He was trying to win throughout the fight.
Valenzuela, yeah. And then this last fight we just had, I think, this was entertaining two-way action, momentum changes, momentum shifts, surprising momentum shifts as well, as you didn't really expect Casanova to work his way back into the fight the way he did.
And we said it, Chris, in the opening of the show, a lot of these fighters in Mexico turn pro 15, 16 years old. And the idea that they have to learn their style kind of on the job, it's been a mishmash of different styles tonight. A lot of punchers, a lot of people with short punches, unorthodox styles, southpaws. It's been a grab bag of different styles.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've seen everything. Right?
Yeah.
Every fight was different. The matchups were not similar. Everything has been very varied all night long. Yeah. We saw lower level guys that were still entertaining. We kind of said like heavy bag fight. Then we saw someone a real standout. With Garobo, man. I mean, he's something special. He scored a really impressive knockout. And then we just saw a barn burner war back and forth with two guys that looked like it was going to be a blowout and then turned into a sock 'em robots, drag 'em out kind of fight, and entertaining from beginning to end. I mean, the whole card has been good so far, and we've seen a little bit of everything.
And Urena, technically superior, but it was Casanova who kind of brought out the dog, right? Who showed his ability to survive. But the scorecard's a little bit wide, and it was 97-92 on every scorecard. Remember, there was a 10-8 round in there, but this idea that you need to be the golden boy, you might be technically a little bit better, but those moments where you have to dig deep, we saw he's at least capable of that tonight, Chris.
Yeah, and listen, I know we're saying the scorecard's a little wide. Maybe they weren't. I mean, that's 3 rounds plus a knockdown. It's probably about right. Maybe you could have gave him another round there. Then you get a 96, 93 fight. But it was still very entertaining. And Casanova, who looked like he thought he won the fight at the end, he was arguing the decision. Wouldn't mind seeing him again because he was entertaining.
And, of course, we're getting ready for our main event. That is Josel Amador versus Pedro Delgado. Record of 13-0-1 versus 17-1-1. What jumps off the page at you of those 13 wins, 13 knockouts for Amador. This man is a bona fide puncher.
Yet to go the distance.
Yet to go the distance.
Flashito.
Take a look at the title that is on the line. And look at Josel Amador. You see what's online. The guy is just aggressive.
Y ahora, damas y caballeros,
incredible left hook.
Recibiendo en el ring al peleador de La Paz, Baja California Sur, El Flashito.
And it was a draw.
Has a draw of his 13 wins. They've all been knockouts.
Yeah, the only time he's gone the distance was a draw. So makes you think that he's someone who lives and dies by the power. Listen, Delgado, no slouch. 10 KOs in his 17 wins, which for guys at this weight.
That's impressive.
Yeah, these
really high knockout ratio.
These are punchers for lighter weights.
Delgado fighting out of Tijuana, Mexico, 24 years old. It's amazing, too, the number of fights these guys have so young.
Bienvenidos sean todos ustedes a la pelea estelar de la noche, traído ustedes por ProBox TV, TM Boxing, Eric Ibarra y Roger Peralta, RP Promotions. El siguiente encuentro pactado a 10 rounds por el campeonato FEDELATIN Super Mosca. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with 10 rounds of battle, 10 rounds of action, 10 rounds of boxing for the FEDELATIN Super Flyweight Championship. Los 3 jueces para este encuentro, the 3 judges scoring this bout, Jorge Moreno, Cristian Nájera y Gary López. El referee para este encuentro, Joe Referee Arturo Cota. Representante de FEDELATIN, Jorge Moreno. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, en vivo, desde el paradisíaco lugar, Cabo San Lucas, Los Cabos, Baja California Sur, México, que se escuche la campana. presentando de manera inicial, peleando en la esquina azul. Introducing first, fighting at the blue corner, vistiendo pantaloncillo en color negro con amarillo. He's wearing black and yellow trunks. Su récord profesional, 17 victorias, incluyendo 10 knockouts, una derrota y un empate. Professional career, 17 victories, including 10 KOs, 1 defeat with 1 draw. Damas y caballeros, nacido en Juan José Ríos, Sinaloa, representando a Tijuana, Baja California. Aquí está el gran pegador, Pedro, el Perico Delgado. Su contrincante peleando en la esquina roja, the champion, across the ring, standing in the red corner, vistiendo pantaloncillo en color negro con plata. He's wearing black and silver trunks. Su récord profesional, 13 victorias, incluyendo 13 knockouts y un empate. He has a professional and impressional record, 13 victories with 13 KOs, only 1 draw. Damas y caballeros, aquí está el noqueador, el gran pegador, actual campeón FEDELATIN, Super Mosca. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the current FEDELATIN Super Flyweight champion desde La Paz, Baja California Sur, Josel, el Flashito Amador. Seguimos con las instrucciones del referee Arturo Gallito Cota.
Bien, boxeadores, ya saben, hay que hacer una pelea limpia. No quiero golpes en la nuca, golpes atrás, ni golpes bajos. Si llega a caer uno, se va a la esquina contraria sin tirar golpes. Choquen la suerte y que gane el mejor.
And Gallito is back as our referee for our main event, Paulie.
You didn't think I didn't notice that?
I know you did.
As soon as you heard Cota, I was like, uh-oh, here we go.
Here we go.
They didn't say his nickname, though.
Did it?
I think they did. I think they did. I thought they did.
You know what?
What we're saying, guess what?
You're so used to not hearing the nickname that
I was just blocking it out.
blocking it out.
Guess what? We're
Subconsciously,
saying.
you don't like it either.
Josel on your right. Josel Amador, 13-0-1. He is in the white and black trunks. It is Pedro Delgado with the black trunks with the fire trim.
Wow, Flashito, you see, the knockouts, it could be the speed, because he does seem to be quick. His nickname is Flashito.
The Delgado you're talking about?
Yes. Oh, no, Amador.
Amador on the right.
So, Flashito, is that like an English word turned into a Hispanic word?
Exactly.
Little flash.
You add the ito and it's an English word turned into...
It's just small.
That's it, huh?
That's pretty funny.
Flashito.
Yeah.
Flashito, little flash.
You do that with anything then, right?
You can do that with anything, yeah.
You say powerito, punchito. Right?
Yeah. It's
right? I mean,
Panchito, I like. I like Panchito.
Gallito.
Yeah.
With the referee.
Exactly.
Crisito. Jimito.
Yeah, Jimito.
Jaimito.
Paulito.
Jaimito. I don't know.
Paulito.
Mine would be Jaimito, by the way, because I haven't called that before.
But that would be Hispanic. You see that?
Good body shot
he didn't
there
use
by
the Hispanic
Amador.
word for flesh. He didn't use the Spanish word for flesh. He used the English word for flesh.
Because Jimmy is Jaimito. It's little James.
Yeah, but that would be like, what's the Spanish word for flesh? You know, he would have to use a Spanish word for flesh with ito.
Yeah.
But he used the English word, propito.
Yeah.
And so instead of flashito, but he used flashito.
Paulie, very obsessed with nicknames tonight. Just letting you know how it's going as these two guys are throwing punches in round one.
We actually got a pretty good scrap right here.
Thank you.
Because, we got to let
Fast
these guys
hands,
settle
super
into,
flyweights.
let it settle into round one.
And also these guys lighter weight classes in Mexico, and they've still been going for the power shots throughout this card.
Well, they both have KOs. That's the thing. Like, these lighter weights are still, there's still 23 KOs between the two of these guys.
Beautiful job with the jab.
Amador throws everything hard and fast. This fight's going to be really telling if Delgado makes it out of the beginning of this fight, because he's been 10 rounds 3 times.
Yeah.
And Amador's never been 10. He's been 8 once. He's been 7 once. Other than that, he hasn't made it past the 3rd round.
Also, Amador, if you watch previous fights, and Chris, I know you have, he doesn't like giving up space.
No.
He wants to be in your grill. He's not a you call a push-pull guy.
No.
He doesn't want to do it. He pushes and pushes and pushes.
He fights like he's running downhill.
Yes.
He's going to run you over with speed and power. He's right there.
Not a timing guy.
No.
Yeah.
He's got Delgado backing up. Only thing he's not doing, though, he's not cutting off the ring. So Delgado continues to escape to his left.
He's landing heavy shots, though. Delgado has taken them thus far.
Paul, you talk about the lost art of cutting off the ring. A lot of today's fighters don't do it as much as the old-timers did.
I find myself making this mention in a lot of fights we cover, or I cover in general. It's just guys just don't cut off the ring. When, you know, and it's one thing if you're not a pressure fighter, you don't always come forward. But when you're a guy who clearly always comes forward, I don't understand how you don't learn to cut off the ring.
Good right hand by Flashito.
These guys are starting fast, not having trouble finding each other either.
And also, at this weight class, they can kind of keep a pace you generally don't see in the heavier weight classes.
Yeah, I don't expect these guys to tire out.
Every time I've questioned somebody's gas tonight, I've been like, well, guess they can keep that pace.
High elevation in Mexico. Didn't you mention it before?
Yeah, a lot of places to train elevation. Beautiful mountains in Mexico.
Yeah, when you compare these guys' records and you're looking past the numbers, you'd say that Amador probably has had the tougher competition, but Delgado has gotten a lot more rounds.
Which in and of itself is a test for Amador.
Exactly.
Because you know, if he ends up going rounds, he could test some things that he hasn't seen before. We're seeing the flat towel technique in the corner.
That draw it was an 8-rounder. That was in 2025.
Very tall is Amador for Superfly. Tall, long, fast hands.
First fight for Amador in 2026.
Yeah, it's still pretty early in 26.
He's going to fight 4 times in 2025. The schedule these guys are on. Look at their age.
It's a prospect too, right?
Yeah.
You love to stay busy as a prospect. If you don't get injured, you want to stay busy as a prospect.
You know, so when you're a puncher and you're knocking guys out in 1 or 2 rounds,
hey, might as well get another one in there.
Body shot there by Amador.
Mike Tyson on his way up is fighting every 2 weeks.
Amador likes to dig, man, with both hands.
Delgado's going to get busy on the jab, too. Especially if he's in a violent back foot. A back foot fighter should be jabbing.
Quick jab from Amador.
Otherwise, he's just running.
Love that dig to the body, the left hand.
When about Flashito. Very meat and potatoes kind of style, Paulie. It's walking for it, hands pretty high, straight punches, nice blast on him.
I like the way he turned into the uppercut to put it down the middle, you know, a few seconds back. He didn't land it, but, you know, it is a different, you know, turned into it in a certain way to change the angle at which it came in at.
Chris, what would you say in martial arts? Chi behind every punch, right?
Yeah,
the guy is just, he puts his chi behind every punch.
He's trying to punch through you.
Yes. No feints, no feeling out here.
Gives me like a poor man Ricardo Lopez, Finito.
Yeah. Yes.
He's got that length, he's long, he's tall, punches hard. But Finito was, I mean, he's one of my favorite fighters of all time.
Yeah.
Good shots there from Delgado. Doesn't deter Amador at all. As a matter of fact, it spurs him on.
I mean, he put those right on the chin, though, so that's interesting that he was able to get that clean of a shot. Nice left hook from Flashito Amador. Yeah, I take it back. It's not the speed. It's the heaviness of the punches.
And Delgado has a nickname too, guys.
Yes, Perico. It's not related. It doesn't seem like it's related to his style, though.
It's his corner calling out Perico. Come on, Perico.
Let's go. They're trying to motivate him because he's been on the back foot too much. And like I said, if you're going to be a back foot fighter, you got to at least be a jabber.
Oh, good right hand there from Amador once again.
Otherwise, what are you doing? Just surviving? You're looking for counter punching out of nowhere?
Caught him overselling on the left hand.
There he is. He's woken up now.
Delgado answering a combination back and around number 2.
Delgado looks like he's got a good left hook.
Yeah.
He landed a nice one there.
Lester Martinez, Emmanuel Alim, Saturday, March 21st, WBC Super Middleweight Interim title on the line, San Bernardino, California. That's going to be a great one. Lester Martinez coming off WBC Fight of the Year against Christian Mbili. That was on the undercard to Canelo Crawford. Emmanuel Alim, we have said it many times, maybe facing his last opportunity for that next level title. Tricky, powerful, and aggressive as we look into the corner of Pedro Delgado.
Delgado has some nice moments at the end of that last round. Was letting his hands fly, landed a good shot that seemed to get the attention of Amador. Let's see if he can build off that going into round 3.
If there's a vulnerability to Amador's style as we begin round 3, is that he does tend to put a lot into almost every punch. You can catch him off balance if you can get him to miss, gentlemen.
Yeah, it just starts to become a little predictable and easy to time. But it uses, I like at least that he uses the jab. So that
Very
it makes
good
him
jab.
a little bit, you know, it throws a little bit of a different spice in there. It makes it a little bit more difficult to just time him.
And it's a jarring jab. It's not just a feel-out punch. It's not just a setup. It's a hard, stiff, jarring jab.
At least it's something in between all the power that he's throwing, right? Because everything else, like Jimmy said, you know, he does throw everything hard, so it can make you predictable if you don't at least mix in a jab in there. Like it could be using feints and change of levels as well. There's a little bit of head movement. You know, I think as he moves up the ladder, it could be things that he could continue to work on and add in subtleties to the style.
Oh, ran into a big shot there from Delgado. Well-timed shot.
Yeah, he landed a right hand too there. I think they both connected there.
And Delgado was starting to get the timing of these power shots, angling out at the right time.
He had to do something. He was getting run over in the first 2 rounds.
But Chris, do you want to fight fire with fire in this instance, or is it kind of like, hey, look, take your time, build into the fight against a puncher?
Well, Jimmy, I was thinking that myself. I'm like, is Delgado doing this because he knows this guy's a fast starter and he hasn't had the experience in the later rounds the way that I do, or was he just kind of getting pushed back because there was so much offense coming his way? So it could be by design, or it could have just been he's forced to do that, but. We'll see how this plays out as we go, because it does look like Delgado can take the power so far.
I like the way Amador throws those uppercuts and changes them into left hooks. There's another left hook there. He likes his left hooks. See the uppercut and left hook again right there from Amador.
Uppercut straight to the body.
Very educated left hand when he gets at close range. And of course, like I said, he doesn't forget the jab. I think he could use it a little more often, but I like that at least he doesn't neglect it completely.
He throws everything hard, though, both hands, even the jab. Everything is stiff and hard.
Maybe a feint with that jab would be a nice little addition.
A feint would be great for a guy who throws that hard all the time because your opponent's expecting you to throw hard.
Offset everything up. And especially that you use a jab already, so it's something that offsets to begin with. Using your jab is something that offsets your offense in general. And offsets the ability to time you in general.
Amador gives up his height, though. He walks in the front door at a range where he could be punching.
Yeah, sometimes he's one of those guys who wants to get there then punch instead of working his way in with punches.
Not a complicated mover is Amador. Walks right through the front door.
And Delgado's doing the right thing, though. He's punching with him, and he's looking to try and time him on the way in.
But he's not jabbing. Again, he's on the back foot. He's not jabbing. He's just looking to punch when Delgado when Amador gets there, but he's not creating himself. There's a jab, finally. I was asking for 4 rounds already, 3 rounds. Finally got through a couple of jabs.
He just shook out his right arm and then stretched his shoulder on the rope. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, that wasn't a good, that didn't look good. He rolled his hand a few times, and then he put his glove on the rope and stretched out his shoulder.
Delgado.
Yeah.
Right when he started using that jab.
right shoulder.
No, it's the right shoulder. So maybe he's going to jab more now.
There's some action from the previous round.
Oh, good body shot there at the end.
Off balance a bit is Delgado.
Yeah, their feet came together.
I don't see them working on the shoulder. There's no ice on it right now. It looks like he's okay.
He's not making a deal out of it either.
No.
So it's a good sign.
You think they'll tell him to use the jab in the corner?
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's good advice.
Yeah.
I heard they charge you for jabs.
Yeah, right.
On this card.
Yeah, because we haven't seen a lot of them.
Not a lot of jabs tonight. Comes out of your purse.
Well, I think it might be worth the investment against the punchers. We begin round number 4, scheduled for 10.
You know, knock it, but Delgado jabs. You know, like I said, Delgado could jab more, but at least he doesn't shy away and forget the jab. You know.
Nice high-low there with the jab.
Oh, met him with the right hand coming in.
Listen, both these guys have been landing good shots. They've been taking them well.
That's what I'm saying, but Delgado only throws when he's engaged. He doesn't create anything himself. That's body shot by Amador. See, look, he's not creating anything himself. Look, see what he does? Wait, it's almost like, okay, get away from me when he finally get to him.
I think he felt that body shot. He's not doing much.
Oh, nice left hook.
Oh, that's jab, the stiff jab. That's the best weapon of the night so far from Amador.
Because it's an in-between punch that you mix in with
jarring
those
too.
power shots. Throws you off because if you're Delgado, you start thinking, okay, this guy's throwing a bunch of power punches, and all of a sudden that jab surprises you.
Not to mention the guy is tall and long. Yeah, you're seeing Delgado looking more and more uncomfortable.
Also, he doesn't know how to create anything. He punches only when Amador gets there.
And no answer for that jab at all. He's kept his hands up. Not all of them have landed, but hasn't been able to counter off of it. It's been sharp. The timing's been good. Good accuracy on it.
He's only got 1 loss, does Delgado, right?
Yep.
And he fights a guy who's
1 loss, 2 draws.
Fights like a guy who has 10 losses. You know, like a guy who just knows how to go rounds, but won't overdo it. Doesn't go out of his way to try to create anything. Will just fight when you fight, just to engage you and get a check.
He's fighting total counter fight.
He's not a counter fight, because even a counter fight, at least you're trying to set. If you're trying to win a counter fight, you're going to use your jab instead of set those traps. He literally just fights enough just to keep the fight going. And show you he's live and be able to go the rounds. Doesn't come out of himself. Doesn't go outside of himself to try to create anything.
Yep.
Oh, like that uppercut, lead hand uppercut. Like we saw from Jimenez earlier.
Nice
right hand counter.
That got Amador's attention.
Delgado trying to take advantage of it now.
First time Delgado has come forward tonight.
Yeah, but that was because Delgado ran into Amador ran into the shot. He tried it again there.
Oof, there you go. Left hook there. Lands for Delgado. We are going to see some rounds, though. This could get interesting. Yeah, he's still rolling out that right shoulder.
There's a problem with the shoulder.
Throwing some hard punches, though, regardless, right?
Yeah. Now his trainer's going after it. He just pointed to it.
When he gets engaged, he does throw.
But Delgado's been the initiator on the outside with that powerful jab.
Amador.
I'm sorry, Amador.
Yes, Amador, he's got the height and reach advantage. He's working in behind that hard, stiff jab, and like Champ said, he uses it in between the power shots, but he'll punch with you, too. He's trying to catch you with shots. That lead uppercut's been a good punch. The left hook he throws in the middle of your combinations. Throws a hard right hand, varies it up a little bit. Just every once in a while, he'll put a body shot in there. I like what I see so far from Amador.
Yeah, but he's making Delgado play catch-up.
Yeah.
Right, he's making Delgado go second every time.
Well, when you're tall and long and you have hand speed, you should be putting everyone in that position where they have to play catch-up.
Also, the other guy doesn't use a jab, so he's got to go second every time, because when you use a jab and the other guy doesn't use a jab, it's easier to be first each time. Plus, he's backing up without jabbing.
Going right back to it is Amador, the puncher.
Good right hand there. That shoulder seemed to be giving some issues these last 2 rounds, but he's still throwing that thing.
Turning southpaw now. Oh, for a second.
I don't know why you would do that if your right shoulder's hurting you.
Nice body shot a second ago from Amador. Another good body shot.
Again. Oh. That's opening up the right hand.
Strafing right hooks. That's a new punch. You haven't really seen that yet from him.
No cutting off the ring stuff from the guy, though. I might consider a visa for Amador, but under the condition that he learns to cut off the ring.
Man, you are just being
Yeah,
tough
yeah.
tonight.
He's an all-pressure guy. I mean, how do you do that and knock it off the ring? I'm sorry.
And he's got to get a better nickname. You're really
No,
just, being a little-
Flashito, it's different. I'm not going to say
Thank
it's
you.
bad. It's just, I've just never heard of the Latinized American English word. You know? It might be a new thing. I'm not caught up. I'm 45. You know, I'm not caught up
Hip with the kids.
on the new
We don't know
trends.
what's hip with the
Yeah,
kids.
on the new trends.
Yep.
Maybe that's the new trend is use an English word and turn it into a Latino ending.
And that's another
So
quick right hand from
I
Flashito.
can't criticize that, but the not cutting off the ring, it's a problem for me. Oh, there he goes again with the shoulder. Let's see.
Nice. I think he's claiming a low blow.
Is he? Is that what it is?
I don't know
I don't
which
know.
one it is.
Nah, he's shaking out.
Yeah,
dude.
no, he's talking about his
Yeah,
low
he's got a
blow.
problem. No, I'm telling you, he's shaking out his hand.
Nah, the ref wouldn't give him time for that.
But tonight
He could be doing
we
both,
saw them
though.
working. We saw them working a cut in the corner in the middle of a round.
Nah, that was a low blow.
And going right back to the body with another
I
left
like how he
hook.
doubles up that left hand. He'll go to the body, he'll go with the uppercut, lead uppercut, and he comes back with the same left hook.
Following up the
he's
body
been doing
shot.
that all night time.
Yeah.
That's been one of the good shots at close range that he uses.
Got a good
change
left hook.
of angle. Uppercut and hook. Yeah.
Oh. Very curious to see how this fight goes on, how Flashito Amador deals with the rounds. He has so little experience. Oh,
But
blood
also-
from the nose.
Yeah, just as we're about to say it, blood from the nose. And, you seem to have energy when the fight's going your way. So far, the fight going the way of Amador.
Delgado's, he's really starting to shell up. He's not fighting back as much. Good hands there, but
Also, you're fighting a guy who's going to let you go the rounds, but let you carry the pace.
Exactly. He's been the boss.
Yeah.
Tends to give you a lot of gas.
He's not
oh,
making
good
you
body
uncomfortable
shot.
in any way.
Oh, uppercut on the inside by Delgado. Pops Amador's head up. No mention of the shoulder that round.
So far, seems to be holding up. We got the towel spin action.
Look at that.
Towel spin.
Little different
Towel spin
action.
fin.
Yep. Every fight they have their style. You know.
Halfway.
Tonight
yeah.
we've seen it all. We've seen it all.
Halfway
now
through
we
this
go
fight,
shoulder.
scheduled for 10.
Towel flick, towel spin, and recliner.
Recliner.
But no one stood up in the corner yet. Haven't seen a not
true.
sit
Well, we
downer,
haven't seen
and I
the
don't
old
think we
guys.
will.
What we also haven't seen
That's
is
true.
the combination of recliner with one of the towel motions. You know?
Yeah.
That could have
That's
been
advanced.
a thing.
That's
you know?
advanced.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
too
very
many.
advanced.
You're only allowed so many cornermen. That's the problem.
These guys don't have enough fights for
There you
that.
go. Look, he's changed it in mid-round.
Oh,
Mid
wow.
break, he
There
changed
you
it.
go.
He went from the spin, and he's given us there's a whole repertoire between rounds.
He did the double-handed.
Yeah.
That's an
Towel flick
that's an
after having done the helicopter.
That's an
usually it's one or the
experienced corner.
other.
It's experienced corner.
Yeah,
can do
usually
both.
it's one or the other. But he's giving us the whole repertoire.
Get you a
between rounds.
cornerman that can do both. As
Got a
we're
very-
halfway through this 10-round
in the
fight.
same 1 minute break.
Very deep bag in that corner.
Amador going right back
right
to
back
work.
to the action. That's what we like here.
Banging with both hands, Amador. Oh, but Delgado got a little fight still left in him.
Tony Southpaw again, champ.
Southpaw again. Again, if your shoulder's bothering you, I don't know why you want to put that thing up front.
And I don't know if that was a bolo or if he was just shaking out his right shoulder. I don't know.
I can't read this guy.
His shoulder's bothering him. He was telling his corner to ice it in between rounds. Oh,
Nice
the uppercut.
Blood from the nose last round, so it's smart to go back to that uppercut.
Being that Delgado is going constantly to his left and escaping, when you use that double left hand uppercut, you come back with a right hand instead of a hook because you're gonna move him towards your right hand, right?
It seems like
Because Amador likes to switch it back to a hook after he uses the uppercut. But since Delgado's always escaping to the left, maybe you can actually, after the left uppercut, you can come back with a sort of an arcing right hand because he's going to move towards it.
he does that looping right hand. It looks like it's got some weight on it too.
See, like this way right here. See, you can meet him with a right hand. He
Put it
didn't meet him.
together.
He didn't meet him.
He's
not
either
seeing
just
it.
throwing the right or just throwing the left.
Yeah, he's not seeing it.
Oh, there's the straight right hand. Good body. Delgado's the kind of guy, like, every time you hit him, he comes back and throws. Like, it's more like get off me punches rather than leading. But he just seems like he's getting beat up around the ring here.
Staying behind an incredible jab is Delgado. Flashito. I'm sorry, Amador.
Amador's pace is slowing a little bit, though.
Yeah.
He was relentless in the first 5. Now he's giving gaps.
And also, he's
Well,
landed
again, he
good punches in the last couple rounds and hasn't really been able to.
Hasn't gone a lot of rounds.
There's that looping shot.
And that right hand is there after the uppercut because Delgado likes to escape to his own left, which is to the right of Amador. So that right hand's going to be there if he throws it.
Yeah, especially after that double left hand that he throws, the uppercut hook. Blood from the
Remember, he
nose.
hasn't gone a lot of rounds. He hasn't, you know, he hasn't gone the distance a lot. So.
And I always think, especially with guys who are tall and long for the weight, it's never easy to make weight. So these guys cut a lot of weight, especially power punchers who load up. Gas tank usually isn't quite as full. Yeah, he's slowed down tremendously, Amador. Look how heavy he is on his feet.
And also, is there a little bit of the, look, he's landed big punches, hasn't been able to get Delgado stunned or really hurt so far, and you kind of go, okay, well, let me conserve a little power, see if I can, you know, go into these later rounds.
No, because he's busting Delgado down. I feel like he's been breaking him down. I think he's just getting tired.
Delgado's making no effort to be first. He fights hard when you engage him, but he doesn't engage. So the good news for Amador is that even if he struggles to go the rounds, he's got a guy instead of fighting to win the fight.
And he's also, on our scorecard, more than likely banked every single round.
No question.
Yeah.
6-0.
So, you know, Chris, to your point, he can slow down a bit and still be ahead in the fight. You know?
He could, especially like because what we just talked about, is just Delgado's not taking the initiative. So even if you do slow down and give him some room, do you really expect him to start coming forward and fighting the whole round like that? Probably not.
Counter punches from Amador have been extremely effective. Delgado has had his moments, but hasn't had the get-off-me punch that has kept Amador at a distance and hasn't shown the kind of power that can turn the fight around. Is that fair? Like, we haven't seen that from him. He's been landing punches.
Yeah, even the repertoire, the jab of Delgado has also, I think, been a subtle key in this fight.
There's been no consistency from Delgado
The jab of Amador, I'm sorry, not Delgado.
Yeah, Amador just has an excellent jab. And he's able to reset and go back to it every time.
Well, that's the thing. And so maybe the gas tank isn't the same. You're not going to be relentless. But that jab can be there. You can walk him down and pound that jab home all around and stay away from the combinations a little bit. Nice uppercut attempt there. Ooh, and a little body shot. Ooh. Yeah, exactly what we're saying. Like I like this from Amador. He's changing up and coming out and being jab heavy this round.
Not cutting off the ring though, guys. Still allowing Delgado to circle to the left comfortably. That's the one key to keep Delgado somewhat comfortable, is he's able to find the escape when he wants to every time.
Yeah, because it's not going to be one punch to get rid of Delgado. You've got to be relentless on him. You've got to keep the pressure. You've got to keep pouring it on, keep breaking him down. And if you're allowing him an exit each and every time, he's going to feel like he can survive. Ooh, good body shot there by Delgado. That got the attention of Amador.
But will Delgado start leading now that Amador's slowing down a bit, as we saw in round 6? Will Delgado take the initiative? So far, it doesn't look like it.
That body shot bothered him.
It did.
He's still feeling it. Again, I'm telling you, these tall guys, they struggle to make the weight. Flyweights generally cut a lot of weight. He's also a puncher.
Champ, you're also right about the feints tonight. They use feints like they get charged for them. No feints at
like they cost them money
in any of these fights.
Yeah, that's a better feint. They're like, well, why would I feint when I can just punch?
Yeah. But they do like a fake attempt at a feint, because there is some head movement. Well, if you're going to use a head movement, you might as well drop a feint in between the head movement. You know what I mean? If you're going to go as far as make that effort, mix it with a feint as well.
Amador's recovering well now. He's coming back. Nice hook. That right hand,
again,
that
it's
looping
that right
shot.
hand. If you're not going to cut off the ring, at least meet him with right hand.
Well, that was the one that you were calling
time.
for. That was when you were calling for. He threw it off that lead hand and walked him into the looping right.
Delgado's starting to come forward. Delgado's starting to come forward, guys.
See, second half of this fight could be a little bit different. Delgado's been 10 3 times.
Yeah, but the difficulty is he in too deep of a hole to dig his way out without power, scoring at least a knockdown.
He's not trying to be first enthusiastically. Like at this point, you gotta really be enthusiastically look to be first and change the momentum of the fight. And he's just not. He's done it in spots, but it's still, to me, it's still not enough.
He's gonna have to turn into a different guy these last 3 rounds. I don't see that. Look at even like he's shaking his head. He's worried about his shoulder. That's not good body language.
Yes, sign of a fighter in distress, well behind on the scorecards.
I don't understand this shoulder injury, though. He's throwing every punch with the right hand that you can throw. So, okay, so it hurts.
Yep.
But you can throw every single punch, and you do it every single round. So that's it.
It could be your excuse to get out of the fight if it gets too hot.
I don't know. You know, usually if there's an injury, you're compensating somewhere and you're making adjustments.
Yeah, we see something in the fight itself.
He's throwing every single punch you can throw with the right hand. Uppercuts, overhand right, straight right hands. So, buddy, okay, let's say for argument's sake it hurts you. It's not affecting you in any way. You're actually throwing more right hands than some guys who don't even hurt their hands or shoulders. So, fight.
Yeah, very, very true.
He also starts the round by showing his opponent that
That
he has that
is
shoulder.
Huge.
Oh.
Like I said, he's got like a instead of a 1-loss mentality, he's got like a 10-loss mentality. Like a 10-loss mentality.
Right, right.
But a guy who goes the distance, doesn't get suspended, so he can be an opponent again. An opponent mentality with 17-1 record is really weird. It's never first.
Does have 2 draws, too. Guys who have draws usually tend to get draws.
He's not getting a draw tonight, I'll tell you that.
No, that's no way. He might not win a round tonight.
Amador once again going back to the jab, and the idea that Amador, who has not been past 8 rounds, will suddenly fall apart, and find that hard to believe.
There hasn't been any pressure on him, so I don't see that. He's in charge of the pace. He's been landing at will. He's able to domesticate Delgado whenever he does fight back a little bit. He'll stick him with a left hook. He'll put a hard jab on him, and Delgado goes back to his position. Not a lot of resistance coming from Delgado.
Which means not a lot to test the gas tank of Amador.
Yeah, the guy like this, you got to make him work. Ooh, there's that shot.
Right.
Because, again, Delgado looks to go that way, so you can hit him with those shots.
A little bit defense shown there by Amador. Was able to get out of the way of 3 shots in a row from Delgado.
Excellent chins shown throughout this night.
A couple left hooks there from Delgado, but then Amador comes back and hits him with a left right in the middle of his chest. Puts him back in his place. Yeah, Amador is going to have trouble when he steps up in class when he gets later in fights, because his output's very different. His punching power is very different.
First 4 rounds, a whirlwind.
Yeah.
They're throwing those piston-like jabs over and over again. Yep.
Relentless. These last 4 rounds, not so much.
Nice body shot there from Amador, but Delgado fired right back.
Yeah, Amador, his jab's not as sharp anymore.
Yeah, you know what it is? That's it. We've seen the ceiling there for Amador in this fight. Like, that's why it's sort of gone into a lull now, where he's showing us what he's going to show us tonight.
Yeah.
You know,
yes.
And that's it. There's nothing else he's going to show us tonight. He's actually kind of teetering off a little bit. He's probably going to win the fight, but again, that's what made Garobo so interesting, even though it was short. It was he kept showing us more in what he was doing, and then he suddenly.
Well, it left you longing. You want to see more.
Yeah.
This is
like all right. I saw enough of this guy. Like, that's it. I see what he is. Maybe he can go back to the gym and keep improving and things like that. But for tonight, he's going to be what he is.
And also, it's been working. Well ahead. 2 rounds left to go.
Yeah, I got
round number 9.
I got an 8-0 for Amador, which I think everyone watching would have it as well. But still, leaving a lot to be desired.
Against a guy who hasn't been, he's been in it mentally. I don't think he's given up, but against a guy who hasn't been throwing back power punches. There hasn't been any reason for Amador to back off. He's just been backing off out of fatigue.
Well, it's more so Delgado engages only when he's engaged. He hasn't really created a lot on his own accord. You walk him down and he fights. And he will fight when you walk him down, when you trap him. You know, he does throw overhand shots and big shots and spurts. But otherwise, he doesn't look to go out of his way to initiate it himself.
But also, if you're in the corner, if I'm in the corner of Amador right now, it's like, hey, look, every time you poke the bear, he goes after you. Just stay behind the jab. As you say, sometimes, Paulie, about certain fighters, don't poke the bear if you don't have to. In this case, Amador knows if he stays at range and throws a jab, it should be all right.
Yeah, but I think if you cut off the ring at least, you can create. I think when guys love going in one direction and they freely start going in one direction, if you cut off the ring and force them to go in the other direction, they may make mistakes on their own because they're fighting in a direction they don't want to fight in.
But also, it seems that Amador really likes that double left hook. If you can get him to go to his right into your left hand, you have a chances to land that shot that you seem to like much better than the right.
Yeah.
He's allowing him out.
Exactly.
Out of that
you
side.
like your left hook, but you don't even know how to set it up.
Yeah.
You know?
He just walks to it, walks to it, walks to it.
And then he overcommits to it to the point where there's an escape path on the other side, which Delgado's been taking all night long.
I always learned walk away from what you want. Walk away from what you want, let them step into it. So if I want you to walk, if I want to get you to go into my left hand, I'm gonna go the other way. So you have to change directions. And
In
then
other
walk
words,
into it.
you'd like to see Delgado cut off the ring to his right. I mean, Amador to his right, to Delgado's left.
Oh, nice combination.
Force him to go towards the left hook of Amador.
The next level footwork, gentlemen, that we're not seeing from a guy if he's going to get to that next level. Yeah.
It's also just placing your opponent, putting him in positions that they don't want to be in, that you want them in, setting traps. He just seems like he just throws hard. And he's surprised that the guy's still here.
No te quedes parado, Perico. Síguete moviendo. Así, vamos, vamos. Así, así, síguete. Es más preciso. Pone dirección a los golpes.
And for all the talk of the power and the 100% knockout percentage on his wins, we haven't seen Delgado hurt.
No.
Yeah.
Not one shot has landed that makes you think that 100% knockout record in his wins was
real.
It's real.
We said it in the opening of the show. We're going to find out who's a real puncher tonight. You're going to see against real talent how he punches.
And also, not just that, Jimmy, I'll tell you,
really
even Delgado, he doesn't have a shocked look on his face. You know, he's been hit.
Yeah.
You know? So sometimes you don't have to necessarily get rid of a guy. You can still be a puncher. You can still see the reactions they have to your power. Nothing out of the ordinary in Delgado's reactions. As a matter of fact, he's fought every single time he's engaged.
Yeah, he's never been shook.
No fear. Like a lot of these Mexican fighters, he has worn it well, hasn't shown distress, not swelling up too badly, even though he's eating clean punches.
He got hit with a good shot there, and his head came right forward. And actually landed a better punch.
One more round to go in our main event. March 28th, Brian Acosta, Ronnie Rios, Long Beach, California, from Thunder Studios. That's going to be a great one, gentlemen.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Yes.
I really like Brian Acosta. I know he had a tough night out with Suleiman Sagawa. Ronnie Rios, I also really like, had a tough night with Nick Ball. So both these guys on the comeback trail in a really tough fight to pick. I really don't know who to side with in that fight. You got the experience of Rios, and you have the youthful exuberance of Acosta, who wants to right some wrongs. So great matchup on ProBox TV. What else is new?
And Brian Acosta looking very competitive against Ramon Cardenas. Remember, that was in San Antonio, Texas. That was his debut on ProBox TV. Looked outstanding. Suleiman Sagawa, too much for him in D.C., so still up in the air, the ceiling on this kid. 10th and final round of our main event.
First 10th round for Amador.
Garcia, Amador, Flashito is back to you in the white and black trunks.
Will Perico try to go win the
Pedro
fight?
Delgado with the flames at the bottom of his trunks.
And threw an overhand right a second ago, so he's still got all the punches there if he wants to throw them.
Yeah, Amador has been in charge. Slowed down significantly second half of this fight.
Delgado banging his gloves a lot. He seemed like he was, felt
Nice
like
left
he was
hook.
trying to get in the fight at the end of last round. He's coming out here in round 10 with a little more energy. Too little, too late though.
Hasn't shown a ton of punching power despite having 10 knockouts in his 17 wins.
See how many right hands he threw in that combination?
Yeah, his shoulder's not an issue. And look, he does good when he throws. He just doesn't throw enough.
Yeah. He only throws when he has to. And Delgado absolutely closed the gap. When Amador absolutely closed the gap.
This could have been a much more entertaining fight if Delgado chose to fight this way earlier.
Now showing us
Bouncing
some energy.
angles.
Yep.
Most punches he's thrown all night.
Some good footwork combinations, but
because he realizes he's going to get out of the fight anyway, so he doesn't have to fake the shoulder injury anymore.
Winning round 10 isn't going to be enough for him. Yep.
You can just throw them now.
Also, I don't think he's worried about Flashito's power. Amador hasn't hurt him with anything. He's been slowing down quite a bit. The power has gone way down. Best round of the fight so far for Delgado.
1 minute left in a fight that Amador has been controlling from the beginning. Delgado showing effort that hadn't seen earlier in the fight. And also with Amador slowing down in round 5, you know, if he had boxed like this, maybe he could have taken it over. That's
what I'm saying. You have to have
part.
the winning mentality. Delgado fought like a guy who got 10 losses.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even know they can win the fight. You're 17-1. You still, how do you not have the winning mentality in your mind? Amador clearly slowed down in the second half of the fight. There were opportunities for Delgado to try to go attack this fight in a way to win it, but he was too busy faking a shoulder injury to do that.
We're seeing it here in round 10. This is the best round of the fight. He's going to win this round. Just off of
that and $3 to get him on the bus.
Yeah, too little, too late.
10 seconds left. Maybe the only round Delgado has won in this fight.
Good left hook by Amador.
But he will go the distance. First time since his draw. And the first time 10 rounds. Josel Amador. Flashito, though, won this one handily. Other than that round 12, say every round was his. Lester Martinez coming off the WBC Fight of the Year last year against Christian Mbili. Takes on Emmanuel Alim for the WBC Super Middleweight Interim title Saturday, March 21st, San Bernardino, California. Get your tickets now if there are any left. Was selling out last time we looked. Emmanuel Alim, his last opportunity to be a champ at the elite level. Tricky, dangerous, and aggressive. And Lester Martinez, one of the most powerful punchers to ever make their name on ProBox TV. Great to see him back on our air. Get your tickets now. Well, this one has gone the distance. And that man right there, doesn't look like to be much of a mark on his face. Josel Amador goes the distance. Almost certainly a win for him, but his opponent, Pedro Delgado, has to wonder if maybe he could have done more. Because in that round 12, he looked effective with his footwork. Where was that a few rounds ago, gentlemen?
I will say this, Delgado, a guy who's not going to get an invite back to ProBox TV. Didn't throw enough punches, didn't come forward.
Fought only when he had to.
Yeah, not a volume puncher. Didn't have the drive to win tonight, which is unfortunate because he did have some nice punches, but he let him go. Put his combinations together, did respond at times.
And Flashito, a power puncher, you see why he had so many knockouts, but
Look,
the variety of the offense not quite there.
No mention of the shoulder.
Yep.
The shoulder's fine now.
Oh, he's done with the fight. Doesn't have to,
looks
doesn't have
good
to
now.
milk it anymore.
Damas y caballeros, tenemos el resultado oficial de este encuentro. Luego de 10 rounds, nos vamos a la decisión de los jueces. Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of action, here we go to the scorecards. El juez Gary López anotó la pelea 97-93. He scores about 97-93. El juez Jorge Romero anotó la pelea 98-92. He scores about 98-92. Y el juez Cristian Nájera anotó la pelea 100-90. Scores the contest 190. Para el vencedor por decisión unánime, to the winner by unanimous decision. Y continúa campeón FEDELATIN Super Mosca, and still the Super Flyweight FEDELATIN champion, el Flashito de La Paz, Josel Amador.
5 rounds, 6 rounds.
Yeah, he won 7 rounds on
Yeah,
one card,
and then
8,
10 on the other.
8 rounds
Yep.
on the other one,
7,
and 10 on the
8,
other.
and 10.
7, 8, 10.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't know how they gave that guy 3 rounds.
Yeah, 3 rounds was a little generous, I thought, too.
Don't see it myself, but you know.
And then the other guy didn't even give Delgado the last round.
Yeah, I thought he won round
He said,
12.
you know what? Just because you finally tried in the last round and you didn't try earlier, I'm not even giving you the last round.
That is a jaded way to judge.
On principle.
That is
you know
a
what?
jaded way to
You
judge.
could have done this a few rounds ago. Now I'm not even going to give you the 10th round.
Now we know Paulie should not be a ref or a judge.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just reading his mind, because Delgado won the 10th round, but obviously to not want to give it to him, I'm trying to figure out why he would want to give him the 10th round. You know.
And last round, though, you know, came out and did things that we didn't see earlier. I guess, Paulie, to your point, that could be the frustration as a judge. Certainly my frustration watching it from the outside, doing the commentary, is as he started cutting angles and throwing punches, like, hey, man, he's got this in his toolkit?
Well, he had it the whole time. He just chose not to utilize it.
It was the shoulder injury disappeared after the fight.
Yes, no mention of it.
All the fighters fighting tonight, looking to get on ProBox TV. I got to say, Angel Garobo is my pick. Definitely fight here in the United States. Naji Lopez, Manuel Gallegos, March 13th. That's in Kissimmee, Florida. Dominic Fay versus Eduardo Ramirez. Look at those numbers, 12-0 for Dominic Fay. His opponent, not a typo, 29-5-3. Incredibly experienced, a big step up for the young Puerto Rican. Naji Lopez is impressive as he has looked throughout his entire career. Manuel Gallegos has the experience advantage. It was a great night of fights from Mexico. We enjoyed calling it as much as you enjoyed watching it. That was Carlos Garces, and then Ivan Colorado Jimenez getting the win, and then Angel Garobo, most impressive performance of the night. This kid had power in both hands, levels above his opponent. A vicious broken nose was the end of the fight. His opponent choosing to stay on the mat in our co-main event. It was Angel Urena versus Patricio Casanova. Fight of the night, this one, gentlemen? I think so. Yeah,
I'd say so. That was a lot of fun.
A ton of fun. Big cut over the right eye of Urena. And Patricio Casanova flashing, not willing to go away, throwing punches and punches till the end. But Urena getting the decision. Then in our main event, Josel Amador versus Pedro Delgado. Josel Amador, Flashito, 13 wins, 13 knockouts, but ended up having to go to decision in victory for the first time. Thank you so much, Jimmy Smith, for the champs. Chris Algieri, Paulie Malignaggi. We'll see you next time.